You are looking live from Pineview Stadium, Pineview Field, and with you tonight, Keith Curtis, Paul Ratliff on the call, and we're going to take you into the House of Jump pregame. Purchase 1 hour jump time Monday through Thursday. Mention this ad to get $10 in arcade tokens.
Nice.
A nice little perk there from House of Jump. And Keith, how are we tonight? Ready for this call? The two great teams on display tonight, and most notably, our local team, Pineview, off to a hellacious start offensively.
Oh, yeah, they're rocking and rolling, Paulie. Like, they're turning back the clock a little bit here, averaging 42 points a game. I mean, that was a barn burner last week up at Canyon View. That was so...
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah and why you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
Back live from the House of Jump pregame show. Keith Curtis, Paul Ratliff, Gage Fulford, Matt Hamlin on the production side with you tonight. We got a whole crew over here at Pineview, and we're getting ready to take in the Tooele Buffaloes against the Pineview Panthers live here from Pineview Stadium. But as we were getting a little into the pregame there before the break, this offense has just been extremely explosive, almost incendiary the way they've been getting going early in games and not letting up, just keeping the foot on the gas pedal. Like I was saying before the break, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Adam Moore last week against Canyon View. This guy is just throwing up mad numbers. It is so prolific what they're doing compared to last year's team.
Yeah, they really are. The offense just seems to be in a better groove than what they were able to get going last year. I know they were rotating quarterbacks last year, and I think they might have found their right guy because especially last week, he really just turned it on. He looked fantastic.
Yeah, it was a track meet out there at Canyon View. Defensively, the Panthers are headed up by defensive end Carson Curtis, defensive end Caden Nelson, and strong safety Braxton Linville. Linville in the last game I called for Pineview had multiple plays where he was ball hawking, causing disruption in the passing game. That's his specialty. The secondary is a strong suit for the Panthers as they're very active with Benson Meyer, Quincy Jones, and Matt Costa, all registering interceptions on the season. And if we've got a couple minutes here, I wanted to get into my Pearl of the Week here. It's going to be Pineview senior wide receiver Quincy Jones. Jones has begun the 23 campaign at a blistering pace. In just 2 games played, he's blown up for 15 catches, 402 yards, 6 total touchdowns. The dude is averaging 26.8 yards per catch in the early season. Jones also is a two-way guy for Pineview and plays lockdown defense at the corner position. His campaign is sure to continue as the connection between Jones and gunslinger Adam Moore seems to be potent, and they go to each other a lot.
Yeah, they do. They spread it around, but the guy is Quincy Jones. He's going to be the one guy, if they need a big play, that's who they look for, and he delivers. So we'll look for the fireworks to come from him tonight. They will spread it out.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. You mentioned that Carson Curtis on defense. I don't know. The one stat that really jumped out to me, Paulie, he has 6 tackles for loss behind the line of scrimmage in 2 games. So he's disruptive up front.
Absolutely.
So we'll keep an eye on him, yeah.
And now to go behind enemy lines with the Tooele Buffaloes. They've started the season 0-2 with losses to Uinta and Cypress. The guys to watch for the Buffaloes, running back Bram Gustin. He's averaging over 70 yards per game on the ground and through the air. The threat is, I'm sorry, I lost the name.
It's Aaron Davis.
Aaron Davis, I'm sorry. Aaron Davis averaging 89.5 yards per game. So those are the 2 guys to keep an eye on for the Buffaloes. And lastly, wanted to get a Nets on Fire Region 9 scores and matchups for tonight before we get to the national anthem coming up here shortly. Desert Hills runs past Manico, a school in Idaho, 38-13. Looked really impressive. Was listening to a little bit of that radio coverage from Idaho, and it was incredible stuff. Bo Wall looked good. He was back, starting again, and the offense looked great. Best they've looked all season. They win 38-13. Cedar battles Canyon View for the Pickaxe in the Battle of Iron County. Hurricane travels to Hillcrest. Dixie trips to Park City. Green Valley travels to Snow Canyon, and Springville comes down for the heavyweight matchup against Crimson.
That'll be a doozy there.
We're going to grab a quick break, a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be right back after this.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest, looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool, well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Nets on Fire is the premier indoor basketball training facility in southern Utah with 4 full-size gyms and group and individual training packages available for every age and skill level. Nets on Fire can elevate your game. Hoop it, Nets!
Needing a plate and modern glass? Make your kitchen stand out.
Provided vehicles for families in need.
As the Nets on Fire pregame continues, as we are live from Pineview Stadium, Keith Curtis, Paul Ratliff with you here as the national anthem. Beautiful rendition we just heard, and the teams are about to take the field here. The captain's about to head to midfield for the coin toss, and we're about to get it going, Keith. What are your feelings right before the game kicks off here? What are your anticipations seeing on both?
Having that bus ride jet lag, you take that 4 or 5 hour drive down. Sometimes the legs come out a little lethargic. It's really hot down here, So it's a double whammy when you travel that far.
A lot of factors at play. Coming from somewhere as cool as they're coming, somewhere as hot as it is, long bus ride, like you allude to.
And then they've given up quite a few points on defense too. So that's they've got to hold that offense, and we'll just switch the script here and talk about Pineview. They just got to keep it rolling. They've got some good momentum going, keep the ball spread around. If they can play like they did last week, scoring the ball as efficient as they did, they're going to come out victorious
This
tonight.
Pineview team reminds me of an old school Oklahoma, Texas in the Big 12. You know, they're just going to spread the ball around, throw it everywhere. They've got the weapons. They've got the guys that can hurt you at multiple positions. So that is an intriguing key to the game for sure. Is just keep it rolling is what Keith says, and I agree, because it's been a train that hasn't stopped yet. No one's been able to stop this offensive juggernaut through the early season. Now, can the defense contain the Buffaloes and keep the score low? So this is more of a week 1 outcome against Logan, or is it going to be a week 2 outcome where they score a lot of points and a loss? That's to be determined, but only the game will tell. And we're about to kick off here as the captains are assembling. Quincy Jones, Camden Smith, number 64 looks to be Caden Nelson, and number 4 Benson Meyer, the 4 captains for the Panthers.
Paulie, I think a big key tonight will be that defense. If they can get some stuff, this is kind of an old school. Tooele's going to try to run the ball. That means they're going to use a lot of clock. They're going to try to grind out first downs. If Pineview can stiffen that front line and get them in second and long, third and long, it's going to be very advantageous for them tonight.
And those are some of your Team D Auto keys to the game. Huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get the keys to a new ride at Team D Auto, 488 East St. George Boulevard, or www.teamdautosales.com. As the captains have made their way to the midfield logo, and they're shaking hands, getting ready for the coin toss here. And it's going to be made here, as we've got a couple more keys to Team D Auto keys to the game, I would say, is to get Brock Harris involved as well. We've talked about Quincy Jones throughout the pregame, but you can't forget Brock Harris. This guy's got Nick Saban with his arm wrapped around him 1 week, Kirby Smart wrapped around him the next week. This is a complete stud, a guy that has the body, has put up the stats already, and he's a guy they're gonna try to keep on pace and keep on track by getting involved. And it looks like the Pineview team amassing at about the midfield 50-yard line as they come together for one last rah-rah, and we're about to get going here, Keith. This is exciting. Friday Night Lights, the fresh cut grass, the crowd filed. It looks pretty full on the Pineview side, and the Tooele side got some fans as well. So we're looking at a epic night of action, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I think we're going to see a lot of fireworks. We could see them early. I wouldn't be surprised. Pineview tries to set the tone early, get a 3 and out possibly to get started, and then, letting that offense get on the field. They just want the ball. They want to score. So it's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Absolutely, as Pineview will kick off to the Buffaloes to start the game here.
Paulie, just give some of our folks back who are listening, as Tooele has a kid that just went and signed with the University of Utah.
Wow.
So he's a big Polynesian kid, played running back, played linebacker for them. So they have some talent that comes from out there, and their rival is Stansbury, and they're really good.
Stallions, we saw them against Snow Canyon.
Yeah.
Week 1 handle Snow Canyon.
So they play some really stiff competition up there.
They absolutely do. And we're going to see the kickoff here as Pineview's filed onto the 40-yard line. The marching order is being called out. They're about to spread across the formation, and we're about to have Friday Night Lights here at Pineview Stadium as the Panthers and the Buffaloes get ready to kick off.
Yeah, it looks like David Beckstrom. He's the senior kicker for Pineview.
And that ball is up and away. It's a low liner. It's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And the Buffalo's going to be set up at the 20-yard line, their own 20-yard line going out. As they're filing onto the field, the Pineview defense gets onto the field as well. As this Pineview secondary, I feel they're formidable. They've got multiple guys that can attack you, 3 guys with interceptions already. The Buffalo's going to have to be on their toes in the passing game as we're going to get going here. In the wing T, and it's going to be a handoff up the off tackle, and it's going to be blown up real well by Pineview. A lot of penetrations there.
Great job by the front right side of the Pineview line. They got penetration. That was big 59. number 67 for Pineview. They got upfield and really blew that play up. Really had nowhere to go for no gain.
Yeah, 67 George Tooele, the nose guard, was really blowing up all that pulling action in the backfield there. As we see the next snap here, it's going to go off tackle to the left side, and it's going to be stopped again. Pineview, and the ball comes out. The ball is free.
I don't know, Paulie. I think they're going to call him down, possibly. Oh,
let's see what the call is. And the ball is down here.
Yeah, the running back, he's down too. He took a shot as he came around through that hole. He had a little crease, but great job by that Pineview defense.
Flocking to the ball, gang tackling, getting there, not assuming the first guy is going to make the tackle. As there was quite a convoy of guys there ready to go and make that play. But we do have an injured Buffalo on the field, trying to get a number on that injured Buffalo as we are in an injury timeout here. And the Pineview defense, what a great start. First couple plays, looking strong and stout, stopping the run. And if this is going to be a sample of what's to come from the Buffaloes offensively, I think Pineview is more than prepared to be able to stop this attack with all those big road graders up front on the defensive line.
Yeah, we were talking to a couple of the coaches, and they were like, hey, we haven't had a lot of time to prepare for this. It's kind of an old school throwback look, but that first couple plays, they look more than ready to go.
Swarm into the ball.
Looked like that injury, Paulie, was number 25, the running back, Garrett Brown. He's a senior. He's limping off the field. Looked like he tweaked that right ankle, yeah.
And in the backfield, Caden Dean, number 7, takes the snap, and he's going to pass. It's a screen pass, and it's going to be dropped. Dropped by number 10, Nicholas Arellano, with the drop there for the Buffaloes. And that's going to bring up 4th down and a punting situation.
Boy, that almost could have been a pick 6 there. That ball went through the hands of Arellano and up in the air. Every time you see that ball in the air, you get a little nervous, but this is exactly how you'd like to script it if you're a Pineview fan. 3 and out, they're going to have to punt, and they're going to get that offense to get their hands on the ball.
Coach KJ Boyer's offense going to get their first chance at offense here as the punt is up and away. Quincy Jones, Matt Costa back deep. Quincy calls for the fair catch at about the 44-yard line, and that's going to be where the Panthers will start the offensive possession. As the offense filing onto the field, I've been really impressed with number 73, Camden Smith, the offensive guard for Pineview. He's really been a force out there in the trenches, moving guys, plowing down defenders, and he's been one of the offensive linemen that I like to spotlight every game. I like to try and get one big guy in there, Keith. I am a big guy, I like to spotlight those guys. They don't get enough love. And Camden Smith, one of the best in the region, number 73.
He definitely looks the part. He's 6'3", 285, and he's just a road grader, as you mentioned. So,
all right, Adam Moore in the gun. He's going to hand off to Quincy Jones on the jet sweep. He's on the outside, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards up to the 49, or maybe about the 48-yard line of the Tooele Buffaloes. Great first play to start for this Pineview offense.
Jones just went as wide as he could. Then he found a little crease, got upfield. Pineview got a hat on a hat, just pushing the guys backwards. So great start for this drive.
Adam Moore in the gun. And he's going to fake a couple option routes and then take a sack. He's going to go down. The Buffaloes read that play pretty quickly. Number 8 for the Buffaloes, John Leake, the defensive end junior, 5'11", makes the play there.
Yeah, great play that time. As you mentioned, Leake sneaked in there. That play was really slow developing. They did 2 fakes, tried to do a reverse, and then they were trying to go deep with it, but just
too much backfield penetration.
Too much. He did a nice job slipping through there and making the stop.
And Adam Moore back in the gun. He's going to throw. He's got Quincy Jones. And Quincy Jones is going to pick up the first down on a 3rd and about 6.
Paulie, that's just too easy. That's a direct snap, and he's just going a 5-yard out. And Tooele's cornerback's about 8 yards off, so he had a long way to go to cover that up and just couldn't get there quick enough. So first down for the Panthers.
Panthers on the move here early. 35 to the 39-yard or 31-yard line. I'm sorry.
No, he made a nice job. Like you said, just a little swing pass, and Tonga, he made the rest of the work. He got 12 yards, and just like that, this offense is clicking.
Offense is moving the ball. Adam Moore back in the gun. Tonga to his right, takes the snap. He's going to give it straight away to Tonga up the middle. He's going to push. He's going to drag those feet and keep on going for about 9 yards on first down all the way to the
24, 25-yard line. Yeah.
Yard line there. What a great burst through the line there from a big running back.
And you mentioned Camden Smith earlier. He was road blocking all the way down. He was 8 yards downfield blocking, leading the way.
And they're going to go back to Tonga. Why not? He just powers ahead for the first down, about another 5-yard pickup for another first down on second and short. Both things working early for the Panthers, the aerial attack and the ground game. The combination is kind of keeping these Buffaloes off balance here.
It really is, Paulie. And they got a little size difference up front, Pineview does, so they're taking advantage of it.
And Moore back in the gun. He's looking, he's going to throw. He's got Brock Harris across the middle. Harris to the 10, to the 5. He is held out of the end zone, about the 2-yard line. But what a play on the crosser, getting Brock Harris. We see that big-bodied tight end coming across the middle for the catch.
Boy, they really like that, too. And you can see the athleticism. Almost hurdled the guy to get into the end zone. What a great throw and catch as they're on the 1-yard line.
So now they'll come power. They're going to just go straight ahead and see if they get it here.
That's an old Philadelphia Eagles Jalen Hurts play right there.
We saw that quite a bit in the Super Bowl through the playoffs, getting short yardage gains at will. And
he's on the 2-inch line there, Paulie.
Looks like they're going to try it again. They're going to power it right up the middle with Moore. He's got to be in.
He's
Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Moore. And Adam Moore sneaks it through the wickets and gives the Pineview Panthers a 6-0 lead early here. And Moore showing it that first from all areas, through the air, on the ground, finding his receivers, and he plunges forward for the 1-yard touchdown to give the Panthers the lead 6-0. And the PAT is up, and it is good. And that's going to bring the lead to 7-0 for the Pineview Panthers on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Light it up. Region 9 Wilkinson's, where the local shop, winners of Best of Southern Utah 5 years in a row. It is 7-0 Pineview with 8:34 in the first quarter. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the Boulevard home game of the week on the Fans Sports Network.
Punishing runner. Into the end zone, touchdown. Big hole up the middle. 15.
And we're back live from Pineview Stadium as we are looking at the 7-0 lead for the Panthers here. 8:34 in the first quarter, as that was quite the drive. A lot of run pass, a lot of mixture of both going down the field, just doing everything they wanted. As this kick from Bay, and this one's going to be not...
That offense, it was very much as we expected. You know, on paper we read everything about Pineview, and boy, they didn't disappoint. We got Quincy Jones involved. We got the big tight end involved. We saw Mo running the ball. That's a three-headed monster. It's going to be tough to stop.
Absolutely. As the Buffaloes have made their way back onto the field, number 7, Caden Dean under center. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to do a little play action here. He's going to look, and he's going to find his target. That's going to be number 22. Number 22, Cameron Barrett on the reception there for a long gain. Brings the Buffaloes all the way out to about the 49-yard line. So there is a flag down.
That was a great call there, Paulie, because they're taking advantage of Pineview's penetration. They slipped number 22 behind the defense, and the quarterback just lofted it up. He does average over 150 yards a game passing, even though they're more of a running team, but it's more scheme-wise.
Looks like this one's going to be coming back, though. Looks like an illegal shift at the line, a pre-snap penalty there.
Oh, that's a huge penalty, Paulie.
He's going to back up the Buffaloes back to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's a big
loss.
25-yard penalty right there, unfortunately.
Huge blow for the Buffaloes as they had their most successful offensive play of the game, getting all the way out to about the 48-yard line of Pineview, set up on a first down. But now, look at it, it's going to be about 1st and 10 again here. And Dean going to hand off. He's got the edge, and he's got the corner now. He's got the sideline to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. And number 13 of the Buffaloes, that's Vaughn Gritzmacher. He gets down the sideline in a quick way for a big gain.
Yeah, that caught Pineview off, a little surprised. They faked the dive and then turn around kind of like a counter play. And I'm not going to try to pronounce his name because I'll blow it up. But he did a nice job getting outside and picked up 20-plus yards.
He did, and Caden Dean back under center. They're going to go back to the well. He's off tackle again, and there's a broken tackle for a 5-6-yard gain for number 12. That's going to be Britton Rosser.
Yeah, Rosser. He's not even listed or hasn't gotten a carry this year, so his first one of the year. That's very positive yardage.
Yeah,
on his first
some
carry.
New guys after the 2 losses to start the season, maybe switching up the lineups a bit.
Yep.
As Dean hands off, it's off tackle again, and it's going to pound for about 7-8 yards, and that's going to pick up a Red Rock Real Estate first down for the Buffaloes.
If you look at that replay, Paulie, their lineman was just getting a hat on a hat and driving them back. He didn't get touched for about 4.5 yards.
Absolutely, and that Red Rock Real Estate first down, real estate focused on you from land to luxury, redrockrealestate.com. And Dean hands off again, and this one's going to be a little counter action going the other way, and this is going to be a long gain. He's going to score. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
Wow, Paulie, that's just the inside handoff, and then they turn around and run a counter off of the handoff, so like a double reverse almost.
Yeah.
But Pineview was swarming to the right side, and he cut it back left, and away he goes.
Got all that momentum going one way and then go back the other way on the counter, and that was an extremely successful play call there for the Buffaloes as they draw closer now, 6-7 with the PAT pending here. About 7:03 left in the first quarter. Tied up. Buffaloes, Panthers, 7-all. We'll be back right after this.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Scooters Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile. Scooters Coffee, open 7 days a week.
Panther Field, Keith Curtis, Paul Ratliff with you. And it is a 7-7 ball game as we take a look at the Wilkinson scoreboard. And it was a 7-7 ball. It was 7-0, then 7-7 real fast, Keith.
Yeah, it only took about a minute and a half for the Buffaloes to trample on down. So here we go.
And Matt Costa going to fair catch that one. And that's going to come out to the 20-yard line for the Panthers. And we're going to see our second dose of Adam Moore, Quincy Jones, Brock Harris, Matt Costa, Mo Tonga. I mean, those names on that offense from a year ago, you wouldn't expect it, but this is a scary, maybe one of the scarier offenses in the region when you look at it.
Yeah, the only thing that scares me a little bit for Pineview, Paulie, is the depth, because a lot of, like Quincy Jones and some of those guys, they're going both ways.
Yeah.
If they get nicked up or something that way, that could be a problem. But right now, that offense is clicking.
And this one's going to be stopped in the backfield. Mo Tonga going to be stopped for a loss there. The Buffaloes.
Yeah, that was Britton Rosser.
Britton Rosser, we saw him on offense get a carry, and now he's making a play on defense.
Oh, he's really making
guy for the Buffaloes.
He's making a name for himself tonight at that middle linebacker spot.
Yeah, just a junior, 5'6", 135. Plays bigger than he is, though, for sure. As he was right in the mix there among the trees, as my grandpa used to say. And Adam Moore back in the gun. He's going to evade a sack and take off. He's on his horse to the 30. The 35 and out of bounds with a first down. Panthers, Red Rock Real Estate first down. Real estate focused on you from land to luxury. redrockrealestate.com.
Boy, great job that time. Just eluding a sack because he had some pressure. Tooele's only rushing 4. They got some good pressure on the outside, but he slipped a tackle, and they were man-to-man behind it, so he picked up 12 yards. So great job.
And Moore hands off to Mo Tonga. Tonga's going to push. He's going to break a tackle and keep driving those legs. Keep grinding forward. And that looks like another first down. Panthers, Red Rock Real Estate, first down.
Boy, and they go right up between the guard and the tackle, and Tonga doesn't hit it really hard. He's kind of picking and choosing, kind of like a Marshawn Lynch, the way he used to run. But as soon as he found the hole, boom, he started going and dragging people, got 10 yards.
This offense is really going at a high rate right now as Moore's in the gun. Tonga to his side, takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll, and he's going to find Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones to the 40. He's going to put a stutter step on, but he's going to be pushed out of bounds.
Boy, you
by
see how
number 13, Vaughn Gritzmacher.
Yeah, Gritzmacher. You see why they play 8 to 10 yards off of Jones, because he's got such electric speed, and he's strong. He broke a couple tackles there. You can see why he's averaging over 20 yards a catch.
Yeah, absolutely. 26.8 through the first 2 games. Quincy Jones on fire. Here we go. Adam Moore takes the snap. He's going to hand to Mo Tonga. Mo Tonga kind of picking his way through the line, like Keith was saying, finding the right hole, but he's up to about the 30-yard line for about a 5-yard gain. And it's going to bring up second and 5. Yes, second and 5 from the 30-yard line.
Tonga took a little bit of a shot as he was going down. He got hit right in between the shoulder blades. Kind of got up a little gimpy, but he's staying in there.
Correction, 3rd and 5. Adam Moore back to throw. He's going to throw a long bomb. He's got a man out there. It's Matt Costa. Caught! Touchdown, Panthers!
Boy, what a beautiful throw and catch that time.
Pay dirt as the Panthers up 13-7 now, PAT pending. As we had a Jason Baum, long bomb of the game. And that is brought to you by Jason Baum, Long Bomb Equity, Baum Home Loans, Long Bomb of the Game, Bay Equity Home Loans, proud sponsor, the Long Bomb of the Game, bombloans.com. And the PAT was good. That's going to bring us to 14-7 Panthers over the Buffaloes with 4:55 left in the first quarter. We're going to grab a 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Back live, Pineview Stadium. Keith Curtis, Paul Ratliff with you. Matt Hamlin, Gage Fulford on the production side, and we're having a great game here, Keith, as it is 14-7 Panthers as the kickoff is away, and this one is returnable for number 11, Maverick Charleston, but he is blown up by the Pineview return team as they are getting down there in a quick way, and it's man up, man down there in a fast way.
Yeah, that was Kaysen Himmerlight, and he just come flying in there to lay the lumber to bring him down at the 19. What a tackle on the special teams there for Pineview.
Now we saw kind of a leaky drive from the Pineview defense last drive as they allowed the Buffaloes to matriculate down the field in just 4 or 5 plays.
Yeah.
It seemed like not much time came off the clock. Let's see what adjustments are made on this drive for the Panthers. Dean back to, and he's going to hand off to number 12. That's going to be Rosser. Cross the 20-yard line to about the 22, 23-yard line.
Yeah, they sent they overloaded the right side that time, Tooele did. Then they sent 2 blockers ahead of the running back. So they were really trying to just power football it, and Pineview did a nice job only allowing 3.5 yards on that carry.
And Dean back under center, takes the snap. He's gonna fake.
Oh, what a stop.
He's gonna fake a couple handoffs, and just number 26 for the Buffaloes gets blown up in the backfield. That's Max Fowles. Gets crushed in the backfield by that Panthers defensive line, making yet another play early on.
Yeah, George Tauatolo he blew it up there on the nose guard and didn't go for the fake and stopped him with no gain.
Yeah, second time we've called his name tonight. He's made a couple plays, George has. So Dean back in the gun. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to fling one. And it's going to be just broken up. Off the fingertips of number 21, Braxton Linville. Talked about him in the pregame as well. The strong safety makes yet another play for the Panthers.
Boy, he acted like he knew what the play was because he jumped that route. If he could have hung on to that ball, he probably would have had a pick six, Paulie.
Yeah, a lot of green grass in front of him, Keith. You're right. As the Buffaloes lucky that one fell harmlessly to the turf. As it's going to bring up a fourth down situation for the Buffaloes, as they're going to have to kick it away to the scorching hot offense in Pineview. Not a good proposition to have here, but
it's a great stand by that defense, though, Paulie.
Absolutely. As that punt had a lot of pressure on it, but Quincy Jones coming up to fair catch, and he makes kind of an awkward catch, kind of diving forward, but makes it and doesn't let go of that football. Pineview is going to take over in great field position at their own about 46-yard line right there.
You know, Paulie, I got to point out that Quincy Jones did something that won't even show up in the box score. He ran up and dove and caught that ball, because if that ball would have bounced, it would have kicked forward and probably lost 10, 15 yards on it.
Field position,
yeah,
absolutely.
So he did a great job hanging on to the ball, and just thought I'd point that out there for you folks at home.
And Adam Moore in the gun. He evades another rusher. He's on the run again. He's on his horse to the 50, to the 45, to the 44, 43-yard line. Adam Moore showing that he can get it done on the ground.
He sure can. He looks really good in the pipe. And when he feels that pressure, he's able. That's the third time I've seen him slip a tackle and get to the outside and pick up real positive yardage, another 10, 11 yards. For Moore.
Not taking any negative plays. I think he's been sacked only once so far. Moore is back. He's got Brock Harris on the quick setup here. Brock with the sure-handed target. Makes the catch for about a 5-yard gain for Harris.
He's got the height. He's got the size. And as he fills out over the next couple of years, he's going to be a beast.
Absolutely. Just a sophomore, Brock Harris.
Yep.
Adam Moore back in the gun. He's going to hand straight away to Beckstrand. Beckstrand up the middle for that's going to be about a 15-yard pickup there from Beckstrand, right up the gut.
Yeah, Paulie, that's the difference where Mo will sit and dance around a little bit. Beckstrand, no, he's hitting the hole. He's going as fast as he can. And this time he caught Tooele, kind of flat-footed, and they got, 15 yards. What a tough run. And you saw a burst, too, from Beckstrand.
And
burst.
The Buffalo's just off guard here as
we got a fumble.
Oh, there's the ball on the ground, and it looks like the Buffaloes have come up with it. And yes, the officials are signaling it is Buffalo football.
Boy, what a big play. That was I couldn't get the number, but the Tooele tackler put his helmet right on the football of Beckstrom, and it forced it out and right into big number 73's hands for Tooele. Right time, right place for big 73.
Yes, 73 for the Buffaloes.
He's not even on our roster.
Yeah, he's
Agent Zero.
Yeah, he is not on the roster. Maybe a JV guy making his debut, or maybe a young guy, or something wasn't expected to play much time this year. But
if that's the case, he's going to have a heck of a bus ride home.
Absolutely. Got himself a fumble recovery. And
boy, what a big play too, Paulie, because that offense was moving. You can see
churning, yes.
They just keep on rolling, and boy, if that hadn't happened, they were well on their way of another score for sure.
And Pineview offensively, despite the turnover, has shown the ability to move the ball at will on the Buffaloes. They've started drives from all locations, gone down the field quickly, but after that turnover, kind of a setback, because you really figured that might have been another scoring drive for Pineview the way it was looking. Well,
you look at it as, okay, maybe the Buffaloes are able to turn a little momentum their way, because they did get a quick 3 and out, but just like that, now Tooele has an opportunity to respond. And anytime you're in a back and forth game, anytime those key stops, those are important. You got to be able to capitalize.
All right, well, after that turnover, that's going to bring out Caden Dean and the offense. for the Buffaloes. Caden Dean, number 7, the young signal caller, takes the snap, and it's going to be that counter action again. And this time it's snuffed out by
that was number 45 for Pineview that time on the stop, the middle linebacker.
Yeah, Alema Moores. He made a few plays in the opening game that I called for Pineview against Logan. He was all over the field, makes another play there.
Yeah, he read that one perfectly and put the stop on it for no gain. Great play.
Dean back under center. He's going to take the snap, and this time he's going to pass. Going to be a little out route, and this is going to be a big gainer. For number 12, that's going to be Britton Rosser again. He's been the guy for the Buffaloes.
He really has been. He has, and see, Pineview geared up for the run. They fake
routes. When you're getting all this upfield penetration from the defensive line, you really rely on those linebackers to make those stops after the defensive line gets so far upfield. But Dean, he's back under center. He's going to take the snap, and it's going to be a pitch. And he's got a lot of green grass in front of him. This is going to be number 9, about 14 yards, and another first down to the Pineview 37-yard line. And the Buffaloes are on the move.
They are. They found a little bit of a recipe that they like. They're trying to go hurry up with the offense so the defense can't substitute.
And another run. 41, Carson Curtis combining on the stop with number 59, Seth Shumway. Those two stacked up. That Buffalo attack coming right at them. They love to do that. Off guard, off tackle, right in that center guard hole, that guard's tackle hole. They are running all up in that neighborhood.
Well, they do that to set up their big plays, Paulie. So that's why they do it.
And this is Gustin around the corner, and he's got some speed. And he's navigating his way for another first down for the Buffaloes as that inside stuff like you're talking about, Keith, sets up the outside runs as it's kind of like the old veer action to the outside, just gets that long whooping circle to the outside and gets out there and gets about
3 yards just like that. One thing I've noticed, Paulie, is that Pineview defense, they get a big play on them. They're kind of hanging their heads a little bit. They got to regroup, be a little tougher, a little more stout that way.
Absolutely. I would say right now, as we're getting close, well, that's been a couple Red Rock real estate.
I'm Bo Bradshaw, owner of Bo's Auto Parts. I want to watch the game as well, so I'll make this quick. When you come into Bo's Auto Parts, our store mission is simple: supply our customers with the best auto parts and the best customer service we can provide. Come on by and see if we can deliver.
From your first major crossroads and surprising new chapters to fulfilling lifelong dreams, we're here. Through all of your firsts, U First Credit Union is here for you. Come grow with us.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Counter action for them. So I look for them to just try to get a hat on a hat. You need Pineview to do some slanting or adjusting to their line to try to get a stop on that.
And Dean, he's got the handoff to 25.
Boy, what a strong run. He's still, the ball popped out.
Ball popped out, and Pineview's got the football. Number 21 for the Panthers on the other way. He's down the sideline to the 40.
He might go.
The 50. The 45, the 40, 35, the 30, 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, end zone.
Down
Did
at the
he get
1.
there?
I think he's
Did
at
he
the
get
1.
there?
Oh.
To the 1 yard line. Not quite there as the Pineview Panthers with
that end zone. Garrett Brown was just churning, and all of a sudden the ball popped out of the air, and Linville was right there to pick it up and almost got a 98-yard return.
He had me going down the sideline there as he was making the play.
He ran out of gas about the 15-yard line. He was cutting back twice and needed one more block to get in there.
Little more steam, and he would have been there. But
got to do a few more sprints, Linville, for get him a little bit better shape, right?
They're set up in prime real estate. They're in the Cache Valley Bank red zone. Cache Valley Bank is your financial outfitter. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
Oh, we got something up, Paulie. What are they calling him down? Oh, it's a flag down. We got a flag down. Maybe it was on the return or on the run. Boy, that's too bad. That was a heck of a return there by Linville.
Oh, man, that is a tough call for Pineview as that was We see Coach Boyer out on the field wondering what the call is here, as we all are right now, as the officials deliberating. It's a tough spot here, as Pine View just had one of their biggest defensive plays of the season potentially negated, but we're going to get the call here as the officials done deliberating.
Well, they've talked it over. Now they're going to have a little chat, so.
And it looks as if it is going to be a personal foul.
Oh, targeting
on the defense. So that was on Pineview before the score occurred. So this is going to be called back, and it's going to be set them up inside the 20, I'd say. Keith.
No, it'll be
them up
half the distance of goal from the 9. So they'll be about the 4.5 yard line. So, yeah, that's a huge play.
What a flip of the script there for the Panthers. They go from having a 98-yard run back to now set up inside their own 10-yard line. What a change of events there as, yeah, you're right, Keith. They're going to set them up at the 4.5-yard line going out. But this is where we get to see the mettle of the offense. I mean, they got a long way to go here. Let's see. Mix up run pass. Let's see what they do here, mixing it up. They've been a diverse play call so far. I'd say it's close to like a 60-40 pass run split, and it's been really effective so far. Now they got a lot of green grass in front of them to make some plays. Let's see what they do.
Well, it's going to be interesting here. Just Tooele, they dodged a bullet there. They could have had the ball on the 2-yard line and going in for a score.
Yeah.
So now they got to go the full length of the field, but the momentum, you could just feel it being as that ball popped out. They were going in for a score, and then Pineview almost. I mean, it's just a roller coaster of events. Boy, look at that run.
Straight ahead, Tonga just bouncing off defenders, just taking on tacklers and telling them not today, as he just keeps on grinding forward. Takes about the third or fourth guy to rally over to the football to bring down the big run bruiser for the Pineview Panthers, as he picks up about 5 on first down, 2nd and 5. Adam Moore in the gun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look, survey the field. He's got Quincy Jones for about 6-7 yards, and he keeps driving the feet up to about the 19-20-yard line. That's going to bring up a Pineview first down. Red Rock Real Estate first down.
Yeah, Paulie, that's going to be there all day. Like I mentioned earlier, they're giving him such a cushion that anytime they want to get 5 yards, they can get it.
And Adam Moore under some pressure now, and he's going to go down. It's going to go down. That's going to be number 8 for the Buffaloes on the sack. Rally into the football there in a big way. That was John Leakey again. He made a couple plays now defensively, squirting through the line.
Boy, he's a really good-looking defensive end, Leakey is. That's the 2nd or 3rd time we've called his name tonight, and he's already got 7 tackles on the year and 1 for a loss, so add a sack to that total.
Now Tonga's got some green grass in front of him, and he's got the burst up to about the 32-yard line for a Pineview first down.
Boy,
Tonga.
Great job by Tonga. They did an excellent job on the left side of the line. They made a big hole, and Tonga just carried a couple of dudes for another 2 yards after he'd already picked up 11. So great hole up front. Those old linemen really got it moving there.
Adam Moore, they're going to go back to the well. Tonga again. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Keep feeding Tonga here if I'm Pineview.
8 more yards, and he reminds me of John Riggins. That's who he reminds me of.
My guy.
Yeah, your guy from the Redskins back in the 80s, but that's what he's a power runner.
Throwback, kind of a throwback running back. Just that, you'd think he'd have a cowboy collar and the whole get-up because he is just one of those old school, just slam it down your
Did you know that download the app today?
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back live, Pineview Stadium. Keith Curtis, Paul Radliff with you. We've been treated to an exciting game, 14-7 Panthers over the Buffaloes, 9:49 in the first half. As Adam Moore is in the gun, Tonga, normally to his side, splits out wide, takes the snap, It is going to be more. He's going to fling it deep, and it's going to be a little too tall for Brock Harris. And he looks like he's
got a little
kind of
gimpy.
Gimping a little bit. Got hit in the rib there pretty hard, and he's going to go down. And
yeah, he's got to go back to Harris and say, look, if you're going to throw me that ball, you got to get it down, because he just opened his whole midsection as he tried to elevate. He's a big, tall kid, too. So the target's there. He's just got to bring that ball down.
And we're going to take another timeout for an injury here, and we'll be back with more action after this.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside.
Live from Pineview Stadium, Paul Ratliff, Keith Curtis with you as Adam Moore is in the gun. Brock Harris just left the field. We'll get you the quickest update we can on the young sophomore as Adam Moore takes the snap, and he's going to bobble it and fumble it, and there's going to be a lot of penetration, and he's going to go down.
Boy, what a huge break for the Buffaloes. Moore just kind of was looking downfield before he actually caught it and went right through his hands. Probably, it was hot out there. His hands are probably a little sweaty, and just like that, Pineview's going to have to punt for the first time tonight.
Yep, that is going to bring on the special teams unit for the Panthers as what could have been.
Yeah.
You know, that long fumble return down to about the 2-yard line. You're set up going in. Instead, you're at your own 35, and you're kicking it back to the Buffaloes here as fortunes change so quickly in football. It's a game of inches as the kick is up and away. It's going to be fieldable for the Buffaloes as it's going to be brought back by number 13. For the Buffaloes as he gets quite a ways up the field.
He got all the way to the 50.
Gritzmacher.
Yeah.
Gritzmacher again making yet another play. Special teams, offense, defense. This has been a constant guy throughout this game.
Boy, and he did a nice job. He went upfield first, and then he bounced to the left, and they had secured the left side, did some nice blocking, and, you know, for Tooele, they've got really good field position as we've got, 8:22 left here in the second quarter.
Plenty of time for the Buffaloes as they can go on a long, methodical drive if they like, as Dean is set up, and he's going to play action here. He's set up for a deeper routes, but there's nothing there, and he's going to go down. That is a huge play for number 59 for the Panthers as he's the first one on the scene there from the defensive line, and that is Seth Shumway making a big impact.
Seth Shumway did a nice job, just stayed after it. And you thought for sure Moore was going to get, not Moore, I'm sorry, but the Tooele quarterback was going to get rid of it, and he should have just got rid of it. But, you know, give kudos to Shumway. He just kept motoring and brought him down. What a huge loss.
Yeah, that's got to be a candidate for our Mountain Land Supply Defensive Play of the Game, featuring Bryant, Southern Utah's premier heating and cooling system for your home or commercial property. Bryant, whatever it takes. As Dean back under center here, he's going to take the snap, and he's going to feel a lot of pressure right away, and he's going to somehow get the ball out to Visser, and he's going to slip another tackle, and that is going to be a huge negative play turned positive play by the Buffaloes.
The difference is about 14 yards. You know, they would have lost another 7-8 yards. That was at number 41 for Pineview, who was in there so quickly. Boy, he had excellent penetration. That was Carson Curtis. We've mentioned him in the pregame show. He got really good pressure, but just wasn't able to get him down in time as the ball flicked out there. And give him credit, they picked up positive yardage, as you mentioned.
And that's going to bring Dean back in the gun. He's going to take the snap. This is a straight pass all the way. As he's going to throw it kind of erratically out of position there was his receiver as Dean's ball falls harmlessly to the turf, bringing up third down and 14 yards.
Yeah, they were trying to reach number 5.
Fourth down.
Isaiah Pacheco, a little dig route there. But it looked like the quarterback was expecting him to do an out route, so a little miscommunication there, so that'll bring up 4th down. They'll have to punt it away.
Big stand by the Pineview defense after they turned it over, or went 3 and out there and had to kick it back. But now they're going to get the football back, and let's see if the offense can regain its early game form as that ball is up and away. And Quincy's going to be roughed.
Yeah.
That's got to be a flag, and the flag flies in.
He couldn't find his flag. The ref was looking for it, but Quincy come running up again, doing his job, filled that ball, and just got form tackled. Perfect tackle.
Great tackle, just not allowed in the time and circumstance.
You know, I think when they get in the film on tomorrow, they'll say, hey, look at this form. Just wait for him to catch it.
That's right. Had the shoulder square. He was low.
Yeah. Hips are down. Yep. Had the lean going. Everything they teach you, right?
Package, right?
Oh, my gosh.
Now the Pineview Panthers offense going to be set up at about after the penalty here. They're going to march off.
Paulie, that's great field position.
Little breathing room there. And we do see Brock Harris. As you were right, Keith. It was just probably the wind knocked out of him there, and he's back on the field. Good to see for the Panthers as Adam Moore's in the gun. He's surveying the field. He's going to look, and he's going to throw. He's got Matt Costa across the middle. Matt Costa's going to take on 3 Buffaloes and keep on
still
churning.
Going, Paulie.
He's still moving. Down to about the 39-yard line for another Red Rock Real Estate. 1st down for the Panthers.
Oh, you love to see those legs just keep moving. Costa willing to take on 3 tacklers and drag them.
Game as on the grab.
And Richardson you don't get a lot of name recognition, but he's a senior. He's the backup QB. And again, they just do a quick hitter and they catch the defense.
Cache Valley Bank red zone. They're at the 30. They are closing in.
I think there's a penalty though, Paulie. It looks like they're moving that ball back.
Undo one of the teams. Looks like just a 5-yard infraction. I missed the infraction. Apologies to the listeners, as it must have been a false start, illegal shift, something of that.
Yeah,
nature.
or I don't know if they had a legal lineman downfield. I didn't quite get that. Yeah. Because they let the play out. Usually they'll shut those down, you know.
So that's going to bring up a long 1st and 15 now, as Tonga going to be bottled up in the backfield, as the Buffaloes had that one snuffed out from the get-go.
Yeah.
As Mo Tonga didn't have much room to run at all there.
Could go anywhere. And then he had some help from his friends. He had about 3 or 4 other guys to gang tackle him.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 13 for the Panthers, as Moore is going to take the snap, and he's going to look long, and he's got a man out there, and it is Matt Costa again, and he's weaving through the defense, puts a stiff arm, or a little shake on,
a little shimmy.
He's down to the 3-yard line, as Matt Costa with yet another big play.
Boy, Paulie, Costa too. The defender was right there with him, and all of a sudden he fell down, so it was a great catch by Costa, and then he, like you said, he put a little shimmy shake on and almost got to the end zone.
Pineview definitely on the move once again, as
we got something else going on. It looks like another flag down. Might be a sideline warning over there, though. Oh, no. Offensive pass
interference called
on the
Panthers there. And penalties are the undoing right now of the Panthers, as they've had multiple big plays in the last quarter now be taken away.
Yeah, that's 2 big penalties right in the last little bit here that have just killed the drives.
Oof.
This is gonna march them all the way back to the Pineview 40-yard line. My goodness. Well, that's a huge play. I mean, that's almost a 40-yard difference.
Exactly. As Moore is back, and he's trying to get the defenders upfield and slip it out. Tonga with the ball. He's moving. 50. The 5-yard line. Mo Tonga. What a play call by KJ Boyer and the staff there, getting all that upfield penetration.
Yes. I think we might have another penalty flag down, though.
Penalty?
Call the old slip screen, and sure enough, they had 4 blockers out in front for saying he caught it behind the line of scrimmage, so it shouldn't be a penalty if that, for
to be all good. He's going to stand, and they're going to be set up. Goal-to-go situation at the 5-yard line.
Paulie, that was a 50 here. That could, really be a backbreaker for the Buffaloes.
That is right. That'll definitely be one of our candidates for one of our awards tonight, which we'll go through in the post-game show. Touchdown!
Goodness.
Brock Harris, touchdown, Panthers.
Paulie, I just saw this big hand just reach.
As Brock Harris showing why he's that 4 or 5-star recruit right there as a sophomore. Just sticks that big paw up and wow. I am amazed by that play.
He just comes running off the field saying, oh, it's no big deal.
Just does the Jordan, shrugs his shoulders and says, that's just what I do.
I just catch it.
As the kick is up, and it is good. And now, you blink twice. It was 7-7, now 21-7 Panthers. On the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard, Wilkinson's Light Up Region 9. Wilkinson's were the local shop winners of the Best of Southern Utah 5 years in a row. No, I'm in the market for a new lamp, Keith.
Yeah.
New lighting in my house. It's a little dark and gloomy in there sometimes.
Well, you got to go to Wilkinson's.
Maybe I should go light it up at Wilkinson's.
Yeah.
As they're one of the proud sponsors of Region 9 Athletics. Make this whole operation work. We want to thank all of our great sponsors throughout tonight, as the Panthers have just taken the lead on one of the better plays I've seen all year in Region 9. It was, what a play that was, as he just stuck that bear paw out, snagged that ball, and pulled it into his body. And it is a 21-7 lead for the Panthers now in a quick way with 4:07 left in the first half.
You know, Paulie, the cool thing about that play is that ball was actually in the perfect position because he had to throw it up over the defender, but yet it was in the only position that he could catch it. If he wasn't going to catch it, it was going to go out of the end zone. It would have been an interception. So just a well-executed play.
Just great placement, like you're
Yeah.
alluding to, by Adam Moore, as the kick is up and away. And this one's going to be returnable for number 20 of the Buffaloes.
Wow, that's Curtis in there on the tackle.
Bottled up and stopped quickly by the Panthers. Returned by Eric Rojas.
Yeah, Carson Curtis, he comes running down there. He plays defensive end. He plays special teams. He's all over the place. This kid's a tackling machine, and he just brought him down like he was a rag doll.
So we'll name our Mountain Land Supply Defensive Play of the Game, our AWP Playmaker Play of the Game, our Dealer Collision Big Hit of the Game, and of course our Hearst Race Hardware Player of the Game. Later on in the post-game show tonight, as the handoff is, it's that counter action again, and that's going to be stopped.
Yeah.
Number 9, Bram Gustin, stopped behind the line. This was their leading rusher coming into the game, Keith, averaging just over 70 yards a game. We've seen him pop a couple times, but he's mainly been held in check by this Pineview defense.
Yeah, that time Alema Morris made the tackle. He read the play perfectly. They did a nice job bottling up the dive play to begin with, and that allowed Morris, freed him up to just scrape off the left side and fill that hole, dropping him for a loss.
As Dean is going to go under center here. He's going to take the snap. He's going to do the counter action again to number 8. That is John Leake, and he's going to break out. He's going to gain about enough, maybe.
Yeah, we're going to get a hold, though,
first down
Paulie.
with another holding flag.
Yeah, Moore's, again, he was reading the play perfectly, and the Tooele left guard just grabbed a hold of him and took him to the ground by the shirt. So that one's coming back.
And Keith is right here, is that it is a holding against the Buffaloes, and that's going to march them back to about the, let's call it the 9-yard or the 14-yard line.
Well, Paulie, you act surprised that I was right. I mean,
no, not surprised. Just waiting for that official's confirmation.
It's all good, yeah.
As Dean.
Looks like Tooele's going to take a timeout. We got 2:52 left in the second quarter.
2:52 in the first half. Why don't we take a timeout with them? We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back to the action after this.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City. Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
Back live, Pineview Stadium. Paul Ratliff, Keith Curtis with you for Pineview and Tooele as the quarterback Dean takes the snap, and he's going to fling one deep. And Quincy Jones is running step for step with the Tooele receiver there as Dean put a ball out there, 50-50 style pass.
Yeah. It was good coverage by Lewis, or Jones, excuse me. He was stride for stride, but then actually had the inside position of where that ball was thrown. So if it had been a little shorter, he might have had an interception.
Yeah, he was locked down as Quincy Jones playing both ways. Matt Costa as well. Both those guys contribute on both sides of the ball and special teams. Just the all-around team players. As Dean takes the snap, he's going to pitch it outside to number 9, Bram Gustin.
Oh, nice tackle.
He's going to be wrapped up and stopped by Quincy Jones.
Yeah, Quincy got off the block and made the stop. He was right in the numbers, too. Again, a nice tackle. You can tell these guys have been taught how to tackle appropriately.
Absolutely, and that's going to bring up another 4th down for the Buffaloes, and they're going to have to kick this ball back to a red-hot Pineview offense that's...
Yeah, still got a couple minutes left, Paulie. We got 2:15 here left in the quarter. They'll have a couple minutes. That's plenty of time for the way they're moving the ball.
Absolutely. Plenty of time to score for the Panthers as they've been very potent throughout this game. And looks as if the Buffalo's just trying to run some time off the clock, it seems, as it's ticking under 2 minutes here. 150 and ticking as the snap goes back, and it is up. The kick is up and away, and it's going to be fair caught by Quincy Jones at about the 41-yard line of the Panthers.
Boy, I'm a little surprised Jones didn't take it this time and
I
go.
thought there was some green grass in front of him there, Keith.
He had a good 5-yard cushion. Usually that's all he needs is a little bit of cushion, and he can do a little shimmy shake and get upfield. But he wanted to stop the clock, give the offense an opportunity to regroup, and they got a minute 43 here before the first half is over.
Moore and Tonga in the backfield. Moore takes a snap. He's going to look. He's going to survey, and he's going to fling the ball, and it's caught by Matt Costa along the sideline for about an 11-yard gain and another Pineview first down.
Boy, Paulie, I really like the way they spread the ball around. When they absolutely need a reception, they go to Quincy. When they don't, they go to Costa, or they go to the big tight end, or they'll send it out in the flat. They really are diversified.
And Moore's going to fling it again. He's got Brock Harris across the middle this time. The big tight end, the sophomore, with the catch. His 3rd of the game. He's up to the 26-yard line of the Buffaloes, and we're closing in on that Cache Valley Bank red zone as we have another Red Rock Real Estate first down.
Boy, and they called the timeout, too, so they got a minute 26, and they're already knocking on the door, being at the 27-yard line. If they don't, Tooele doesn't get any pressure on these guys, he's going to pick them apart. Moore is just that accurate. He's that good.
That's right, and just wanted to get a couple of our sponsors thanked here today. The Team D Auto Keys to the Game. Huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. One of those keys to the game was to get Quincy Jones involved, and he has been involved throughout the game, and Matt Costa as well made some big plays down the field. So that was one of our keys to the game, Team D Auto, in the beginning of the game. That one has come to fruition. My other key to the game for Tooele was to be able to slow down the passing attack of Pineview. That hasn't come to fruition. They've been throwing at will pretty much. So a couple of those Team D Auto keys to the game as we're closing in on the red zone here. Adam Moore in the gun. Takes the snap. He's going to survey the field. He's going to throw a long ball. He's got a man out there, but it is just a little bit too far. The outstretched arms of Matt Costa as it falls harmlessly to the turf.
Boy, there's a perfect example of what we're talking about there. Quincy Jones took 2 defenders, allowing Costa to go one-on-one, and almost he laid out for that ball in the back of the end zone, but it's just off the fingertips. But you can just see where the focus is. They're trying to shut down Quincy, and it's just opening everything else up. Great job by quarterback being able to pick that up.
And they're going to go quick here. Moore on the roll. He's still looking. He's got his eyes downfield, and he's going to shoot one to Harris. And it's going to fall off the hands of Harris for the first time today.
Yeah, don't see that very often.
Don't see that.
The big guy.
A sure-handed target. But we saw that one-handed touchdown catch. He obviously doesn't need both hands all the time. But Brock Harris.
I will give him this, Paulie. He had to almost get it off of his toenails. I mean, it was way down low, so I'll give him a little bit of a break.
Gets a pass there. And Moore is back in the backfield, ready to go in the gun. He's going to look, and he's going to take off this time. Down to the 20. And he's going to not quite get the first down there. He's going to be a little bit short, about 3 yards short of the first down. And that is going to bring up.
They're going to send the field goal unit in, it looks like.
That is the 4th down. It's going to bring up 4th down, and the kicking team is entering the field as Moore in the offense not able to pick up a first down there. And
well, Paulie, one of the things that jumped out at me is Moore. That time he could have waited a little bit longer in the pocket, I think. I mean, he saw some green grass, so he said, you know, I'm going to try to take it. But if he let it play out, he might have been able to find that secondary receiver. And he's got the leg.
That kick is good. Got the distance, and that kick goes straight through the uprights for the Panthers, and they're going to take a 24-7 lead on our Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard.
Boy, Paulie, he's got a leg. That was about a 42-yarder there. That was impressive for a high school kid.
That was quite the kick.
Yeah.
For the Panthers. And like I say, 24-7, 5:22 left in the first quarter, or the first half, I should say, or 52 seconds, not 5:22, 52.2. That always gets me at these high school games, how they do the basketball-style shot clock.
You're like 5 minutes, 22 seconds.
I was like, wow, we got a lot more time in this first half. But
Paulie's like, I need a halftime break. He's like, come on, coach, I need a break.
And but correction there, 52 seconds left in the first half as Pineview able to cash in for 3 there on a long kick.
Yeah.
For a high school kicker.
It was, yeah. Like I say, almost a 42-yarder. I mean, that's pretty impressive. You hit a lot of those, you're going to be playing at the next level for sure.
Yeah, even some guys at the next level. We saw BYU's kicker miss like 3 against Baylor in that game last year. So, and the kick's up and away. This one's returnable. And it's going to be snuffed up and stopped by number 41.
That's Carson Curtis again.
Curtis.
I'd like to say I'm related to him, but I don't think I am.
No blood relation between the Curtises in the booth.
No.
One in the booth, one on the field, but
he's made 4 tackles tonight. I might want to say we're related. Right? He's getting some good pub.
That's right. A lot of good talk about him tonight, and he's played a great game.
Yeah, he really has.
He's been penetrating all night long from that defensive end position. And as we see the Buffaloes back out on the field, 52 seconds left in the first half. See if they can mount a charge here, try and get on the board before the half ends. Have to come in the big play variety, you'd think, Keith. It had to be a big chunk gain on the ground or a long pass.
Yeah.
Because they're at their own 25-yard line.
And it's not really the way they like to play football. They like to, get you going one way and then hit you with a counter back. They like to run the ball to set up the pass. It's when you have to pass, it's very difficult for them. So wouldn't be surprised if they just try to run the clock out here.
They're going to go for it here. Number 7, Dean, is going to sling one, and it's going to be dropped.
And just like that, it makes it look like I don't know what I'm talking about.
It was dropped by number 10, Nicholas Arellano, as he's been targeted a few times tonight for the Buffaloes, as he was not able to haul that one in. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 with 41 seconds left in the first half, as Pineview just looking to hold serve here. Go to half up 24-7. Don't want anything. No big plays behind the defense here is what the coaches are probably telling them. And now it looks as if.
There's my guy again. Carson Curtis just bringing the running back down behind the line of scrimmage.
Carson Curtis making his case to be an early season nominee for the all-region team after tonight's game.
Yeah.
Been putting up amazing numbers. I'd love to see his TFLs if we can get the stats at halftime, but we'll effort to get those. And as it is going to probably bring us to the end of the first half here. As I see 10, 9, 8, and it's 7, and it's ticking off. And it doesn't look as if the Buffaloes plan to run another play.
Nope.
That's going to bring us to the halftime break. with Pineview up 24-7 over the Tooele Buffaloes. It's Keith Curtis, Paul Ratliff with you. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Rally Stop halftime show after this.
Thank you for voting Adams Wealth Advisors the gold winner for Best Financial Planner in the Best of Northern Utah competition. Understanding your family, jobs, and goals is how Adams Wealth Advisors will continue to earn your trust.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today. Please see adamswealthadvisors.com for more information on these recent awards.
Welcome to the Boulevard Home Game of the Week on the Fans Sports Network.
Punishing runner. Into the end zone, touchdown. Big hole up the middle. 15, 10, 5, touchdown for a touchdown.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Stephen Wade Auto Center is committed to supporting our community. We are here to assist you and your family through every step of your life. This dedication to Southern Utah is born from the core values of the Wade family to support education, healthcare, homelessness, patriotism, heritage, and recreation that all add to our quality of life. At Stephen Wade Auto Center, we're working with you to ensure we've got it made here in Southern Utah and that you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home because home is who we are.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Bo Bradshaw, owner of Bo's Auto Parts. I want to watch the game as well, so I'll make this quick. When you come into Bo's Auto Parts, our store mission is simple. Supply our customers with the best auto parts and the best customer service we can provide. Come on by and see if we can deliver.
welcome in to the Rally Stop halftime show. Rally Stop reminds you that after cheering on your team, there's no better place to refuel than Rally Stop. So come on in, grab some gas, your favorite soda, and some snacks. They have all your post-game celebration needs. Paul Ratliff, Gage Fulford with you right now. Keith Curtis taking a short little respite here as Gage jumps in with me. And I wanted to go around the region real quick in our, it's got to be one of the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. And Gage, what do we got around Region 9? Light it up. Region 9, Wilkinson's, we're the local shop winners, best of Southern Utah 5 years in a row.
All right now we have Crimson winning 7-0, Snow Canyon leading 21-7. And then Hurricane is down to Hillcrest right now, 21-14. Cedars up 10-7, and Park City is over Dixie, 21-0.
Wow. Okay. So some kind of that was brought to you by Nets on Fire. I apologize for your Region 9 scores. Hoop at Nets, from individual training to camps and more. See the details at netsonfire.org. Building champions on and off the court. As quite a few different scores there I was intrigued by, as Pineview, of course, is our game, leading 24-7. Crimson with that 7-0 lead against a really, really good Springville team. I thought that Springville has played really well this season. Hammered Dixie in week 1. You really thought that maybe that Springville might be a national or a state championship contender in their classification. But right now, Crimson handling them. Snow Canyon up 21-7. Another one that we were going against Perry's Power Guide this morning. I think that was a 3-point spread, but Snow Canyon with a 21-7 lead. And Hurricane, I have just received word, has tied the game with Hillcrest 21-21. So that is something that I'm just hearing now. So Hurricane looking to get off the schneid. And Cedar goes into the halftime with the lead 10-7. And lastly, Park City 21-0 over Dixie, like Gage said. And Dixie kind of having a tough start to the season here, a potential to fall to 0-3 on the young season. But let's get back to this game. Gage, what have you seen really offensively from the Panthers? That's been the bright spot. And defensively only allowing 7. But for me, it's Quincy Jones, it's Matt Costa. These are the guys. And Adam Moore, unlike last year for Pineview, they've got a guy this year to deliver that football to those great receivers.
Yeah, Adam Moore is really stepping up this year. First season as a starter, and he's doing amazing right now, honestly. He's passing the ball, having good pocket presence, and just sitting there delivering the pass and when he's escaping when he needs to. And right now, you got to love what Matthew Costa is doing right now. Absolutely shredding up this defense, getting his man off of him, and killing it. And then we had Brock Harris catch that touchdown. What an amazing throw by Adam Moore. No one talked about that one too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, only throwing it where your receiver can get it, and that's elite.
Yeah, a great ball placement from Adam Moore to Brock Harris on that first half touchdown in the back corner, as we saw that earlier on. And that was probably a really high on the list for the AWP Playmaker Play of the Game. See the local boys, the playmakers in the appliance industry at AWP, quality, selection, and price across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. Buy direct and save. Also, we had a big-time Mountainland Supply Defensive Play of the Game candidate if it wasn't called back. Braxton Linville grabbed one off the ground and ran it 95 yards down the sideline. The stands were going crazy. The fans were going crazy. And it was called back on a holding. So we're still looking for our Mountainland Supply Defensive Play of the Game. But our big hit, Dealer Collision, I've seen quite a few candidates. So we'll have to sort through those. And the Jersey Mike Sub of the Game, still to be determined. A lot of these awards, but I've got some leaders in my head, but I haven't decided who's going to capture these awards yet. But also wanted to thank Intermountain Sports Performance, Intercap Lending, Handles Ice Cream. Those are really important sponsors that make this whole thing happen every Friday night. Want to thank those great people with those companies. But we're going to grab another quick 2-minute timeout. We'll be right back with more of the Rally Stop halftime show after this. Good job, buddy. Yeah.
It's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
From your first real leap of faith, your first growing pains, your first big dream come true, we're here. Through all of your firsts, U First Credit Union is here for you. Come grow with us.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Ace is the place with a helpful hardware.
See Hearst first this month for great deals on red hot buys at Hearst Ace Hardware. Make sure and get an Ace Rewards card for savings around the house, the yard, or the job site. Stop by Hearst General Store Ace Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Cedar City and St. George.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we're good. We're live?
All right, we are back live on the Rally Stop halftime show. Rally Stop reminds you that when you're cheering on your favorite team, there's no better place to refuel than Rally Stop. So come on in, grab some gas, your favorite soda, and some snacks. They'll have all your post-game celebration needs at Rally Stop. Go see those guys, proud sponsor of Region 9 Athletics. And Keith, we were getting Gage's outlook on the first half, but what did you see from the Pineview offense specifically? And also, they got all the talk in the pregame, the offense.
Yeah.
But what about that defense, only allowing 7 points?
Yeah, that was key. And we did see him give up some big plays, which is stuff that they can learn from. But this offense that Tooele runs is so different. I mean, nobody in Region 9 runs this. It's all mainly spread up, run pass option. And so when you go back to this old school stuff, it's like playing Air Force in college.
Yeah.
You'd hear
Navy, yeah.
Our Navy.
Army, one
Perfect.
of those service academies,
yeah.
right?
It's just so different, and they run it at such a high level, it takes a while to adjust. So we saw that Pineview defensive line really getting upfield early in the game, and they learned to dial it back, and that's really slowed them down. They've done a nice job.
And Pineview taking the field now as we see the Buffaloes taking the field as well for the second half, as we're down to 2 minutes on our halftime clock. And just wanted to thank a few more of our great local sponsors. Our Region 9 scoreboard brought to you by Nets on Fire. Gage ran through that. Hoop at Nets, from individual training to camp. See more of the details at netsonfire.org. Building champions on and off the court. Also, your Region 9s are your scoreboard for this game, brought to you by Wilkinson's. Light it up, Region 9. Wilkinson's, where the local shop. Winners of Best of Southern Utah 5 years in a row. And that scoreboard right now sits at 24-7. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the halftime as the players are matriculating their way onto the field, and Pineview circling up at midfield doing their, I saw this week one, I saw it last year. It's kind of a kind of an unusual stretching alignment here. They go right at midfield, kind of on the
hashes,
kind of spread out, taking up the entire field, and it's kind of a great little symbolism of this is our house.
Yeah, it's one of those, if you're visiting, it pisses you off.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, how dare you take our half of our field? You know what I mean?
But it does. It's a short little calisthenics, and then it's straight into the mob for the break here as the second half, 30 seconds away. And Keith, we were treated to a very compelling first half. A lot of scoring, a lot of big plays, quite a bit of stuff that we saw offensively from both teams. As we were talking in the pregame, kind of a throwback offense for the Buffaloes. You know, I referenced in the pregame, my high school ran the single wing offense, and this kind of harkens me back to those days as you set up the pass with the run. And sometimes when the run's not working like it was in the later stages of the first half, there isn't much that the offense can do, as Pineview was shutting down just about everything.
They really were, and it really makes you one-dimensional when you fall behind like that and get in long-yarded situations. Carson Curtis for Pineview had a great first half. We called his name a lot. We almost had a couple of picks. So if they don't figure something out at halftime, Paulie, this thing could get out of hand really quickly.
And it doesn't bode too well for the Buffaloes that the red-hot Pineview offense will get the ball out of the break here to start, as they deferred to the second half at the coin toss, won the toss, deferred to the second half. Now they get the ball with a 24-7 lead, and this could get away from the Buffaloes, I think, if they don't get a stop here. I think if it goes 31-7, we're talking about things getting a little out of hand here at Pineview Stadium.
Yeah, especially when you throw in, again, we talked about this in the pregame, it's a 5-hour bus ride.
Yeah.
And you're just getting pounced on, and it's 95 degrees outside still. You're hot, you're beat on, and you just you get broken.
Yeah.
And then the mentality, and then next thing you know, it's 40, 50 to 10 or whatever, you know. So it can snowball quickly. They just got to be able to find some internal fortitude to fight through it and try to make this a ball game.
All right, and we are going to get our House of Jump starting lineup. The returners for the Panthers going to be Matt Costa, Quincy Jones back deep, it appears. The kicker for the Buffaloes lining up here, number 44. That is Garrett Fafita.
Actually, it's 14 there.
14,
Big
I'm
Paulie.
sorry.
Yep. Oh, that's all
Didn't
right.
see the one out there.
Franklin Wilcox.
Wilcox.
We got to give him a little love on the call tonight.
Franklin Wilcox kicking it away here as that ball is booming and on its way. And we are underway in the second half, and let's get ready to go here as Adam Moore and that very explosive offense taking the field, as his offensive line's been pretty impressive tonight as well. I mean, a couple of protection breakdowns where Moore's had to evade and get out of the pocket, but I believe he's only been sacked twice early on. And
one was right at the, so I give him one,
okay.
maybe two, you're right. But for the most part, they've done a really nice job up front.
They have. Not many protection breakdowns, and this is a pass-heavy offense, so a lot of dropbacks. So Moore back in the gun, he's going to hand to Tonga. Tonga going to kind of be doing that style where he picks his way through the line, looking for the right hole, and he gets about
not even a yard there, Paulie. 72.
Even a yard, yeah.
Boy, he made a great play. The defensive lineman, he was off and shedded the block. That was Colt Earl, the D tackle. He did a nice job.
All right, and now Moore faced with a second and long here. One receiver to the top, two to the bottom. There's the screen pass. It's going to be excellently executed, and it's going to bring up about a 9-10-yard gain. Looks like another Pineview first down, Red Rock Real Estate first down.
That was Quade Sorensen. We haven't called his name. He's a young sophomore. As we look him up, he's only listed as a defensive back, but he's getting some time on offense. He's got some speed.
And here we go. Here's the snap back to Adam Moore. Brock Harris with the catch. He's got it on the outside, and he's going to get another about 8 yards, 7-8 yards on the reception. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4, 6-yard gain there.
Paulie, that's so
Brock
hard
Harris.
to defend. They send 4 people to the wide side. and they leave the big tight end down at the, at the bottom wide open. But here's a quick hitter, and we mentioned Quaid earlier, and he dropped it.
Yeah, just off the hands there. That was a perfect setup. I felt like there was kind of a little bit of real estate there to run, but the ball dropped on the outside. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Panthers. Got to think this is one they want to have here. Keep this drive moving, keep that clock moving as Moore takes the snap. He's back in the gun. He's going to throw. He's a long looping pass to Matthew Costa with another catch up to the 50-yard line for a Pine View first down. Red Rock Real Estate first down. Red Rock Real Estate, from land to luxury. Your financial outfit or your lending partner, Red Rock Real Estate. Give them a call.
Costa's got great hands. He threw it over the zone and was able to go up and get that and bring it in for the first down.
And there's Quincy Jones on the slant as he's going to catch it and go down to about the, and there's a
get a
flag
head-to-head
late.
hit. Yep.
Looks like a targeting call potentially as well.
That'll be on number 9, Bram Gustin. We've called him on the offensive side, but this time he got head-to-head action on that slant.
And this is going to be another automatic Red Rock Real Estate first down. Real estate focused on you from land to luxury, redrockrealestate.com, as it looks as if the officials will
I don't know if they're discussing dinner plans or what.
It's a pretty easy call,
yeah.
you think, right?
Yeah, should be pretty easy. Maybe there's a number question of who it was on.
As the personal foul has been signaled, and targeting is the call. It's going to be an automatic first down and holding on the offense, but it's an automatic offsetting.
Well, they're offsetting, so yeah, they should bring it back.
So it's going to replay first down here. Oh.
Unfortunate events for the Pine View. I mean, that would have given another 15 yards. They would have been down inside the Cache Valley Bank red zone, as you mentioned. But
I didn't see the hold there. We obviously both saw the targeting, but holding behind the play derails another potential big
that must
gain.
have been a real obvious thing, Paulie, because that was a quick hitter. That was a 3-second release.
Not much time to even latch on and hold, but they called the holding there. And
the big lineman must have reached out and grabbed a jersey or something obvious, because it's such a quick developing play. It's hard to imagine that one.
But alas, we're at 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Keith Curtis, Paul Ratliff with you on the call tonight. Matt Hamlin, Gage Fulford working the production side of things for us.
Best production crew we got. I'm telling you right now, we got the best guys working the game tonight with us.
Absolutely.
They may have the game of the week on another station, but I'm telling you, we got the best production guys here.
We got the production crew of the week here, as they are doing a great job, and we are seamless broadcast tonight, as it always is, under the guidance of Matt Hamlin. And Adam Moore is guiding the offense right now in a 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line situation. Or no, they're going to walk it forward. What's the penalty now?
I think that what they're going to do is they're going to apply the 15-yarder and then go back 10 yards.
Okay, so it's a net 5-yard gain for the Panthers.
Oh, wait, Paulie, it looks like they've negated the hold.
Wow.
Saying that he caught it behind the – I don't know what's going on. They must have picked up the flag because they're all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah. As we can't quite hear the PA too well as the penalties are announced, but some confusion there with the referees. But alas, it's Pineview set up at the 25-yard line going in and threatening on that Cache Valley Bank red zone once again. Still some confusion, but now it looks like they're
I think Tooele's head coach is wanting an explanation as to what's going on. And so that side judge is like, I need a little feedback here. They're still moving the ball, Paulie. It's down. Now they've moved it inside to the 23.
23, yeah. And it is going to be a first down. As play resumes here, Adam Moore back in the gun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand to Tonga. Tonga's got a lane to the outside. He's going to take on 2 tacklers, 3 tacklers, 4 tacklers, and he's going to finally go down inside the Cache Valley Bank red zone at the 15-yard line.
I think it's coming back,
line.
Polly. We got a hold on that left tackle, Pineview. Yep, sure enough.
Another holding for the Panthers, and that's going to...
I wondered how he got that far outside without being touched, and big number 73 got his hand caught in the cookie jar.
Yeah, and that was one of the pregame spotlighted players, Camden Smith, one of the more reliable offensive linemen in the region. Slips up there with a miscue, but...
Sorry, Camden.
Offensive linemen, you never hear about them unless they do something wrong.
It's true.
That's
true.
the sad truth of it. But and Adam Moore in the gun here. He's looking. He's got a pass off, and it's to Brock Harris to the 20.
He's going to go. There like it was nothing, and then they took on the safety there at the very end and just lowered the shoulder, walked right in. What a throw and catch there. That's his second on the night. That one wasn't as impressive as the first one, but the run was.
The run was pretty special, as he has showed a lot tonight, and he really has proved to me that this is a legitimate 4- or 5-star prospect, and just a sophomore, folks. Just a sophomore. We'll be seeing this kid for 2 more years in region.
We just need to keep him here, not let him move out of town.
Not get to Lone Peak or one of those schools. You know, I hope we are able to keep Brock in St. George, because like Panay Sewell was for years here, he was a stud, thoroughbred, 5-star recruit, #1 player in Utah, and it looks like we've got another one right in our backyard in Brock Harris.
Boy, and he's such a big target, has soft hands, and then when he can run with the ball, the way he runs, it's like it just effortlessly just glides through the air. I mean, he's a good-looking athlete, and I can see why the likes of Nick Saban and some of those
Kirby Smart and Jim Harbaugh and all of them are after the talents of Brock Harris.
You know, if I was to give him any advice, being from Ohio, I would say he needs to go to Ohio State, but you know, he's not going to listen to me.
Yeah, you want him to be a Buckeye, right? As the kick is up and good, and it is now 31-7 as we look at our Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Light up Region 9, Wilkinson's, where the local shop. Winners, Best of Southern Utah, 5 years in a row, as it has gotten away. Like we talked about in that first drive, you really thought that if they weren't able to get the stop, which they did get the stop. Tooele got the stop, and then they had to punt it back, and then Pineview quickly took advantage after the punt, makes it 31-7, and this one's getting away from Tooele a little bit.
It's going quick, Paulie. I mean, we still got almost 10 minutes left in the third quarter, and if that defense keeps adjusting to what Tooele is doing, this thing could be over quickly. They're gonna. In fact, the next score, I think they start running the clock, right? Isn't it something?
It is 30 points.
30 points, yeah. So, you know, Paulie, we got to be excited about this Pineview team, though.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch.
They are. This has been my second Pineview game of the season. I've been thoroughly entertained both games with the offense, defense, the combination of skill players as the kick is up and away, and it is fielded. And this is going to be brought out to the 15, to the 20, and then stacked up and stopped at about the 21-yard line by the Panthers. A cavalcade of tacklers flow into the ball.
4 or 5
just like
guys.
on defense, special teams, they get to the ball, these Panthers.
They're just flying around, and they're ball hawkers. They're going after it. But, you know, Paulie, after watching them last year, there just couldn't quite get any continuity on offense, and it is night and day difference from what we saw a year ago.
Absolutely, that is the truth. As the handoff off tackle, that's going to be snuffed out and stopped again by number 41. That's Caden Smith, right?
Yep. Well, that's Carson Curtis.
Carson Curtis.
Yeah.
Caden Smith, another formidable player.
That's my nephew that we're not related.
That's right. Can't forget that. Number 41, been featured throughout the game tonight. Keith's long lost cousin, potentially.
We'll talk at the family reunion.
That's right.
But 2nd and 8, perfect, for the defense. Now they can play for that pass.
Indeed, he's going to throw that little that little flat route pass to number 12, Britton Rosser. Rosser's kind of been the bright spot for this Tooele Buffalo offense
He
throughout
really
the
has.
game.
Yeah.
Running the football, catching the football, doing a lot of things for the Buffaloes.
This time he just runs a little 5-yard out into the flat, and the linebacker from Pineview is just a little late getting there. And so he's able to get ahead of steam upfield and picked up the first down and a few additional yards. So great play call by the Buffaloes.
And that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 here. Dean back under center. He's going to fake the pitch and hand the inside lead type run up the middle. And who but it is again, your boy, number 41.
Yeah, Carson just having a heck of a game.
Carson Curtis has been all over the field.
I'll bet he's got at least 7-8 tackles tonight alone.
And a lot of those for loss.
Yeah.
In the backfield. Quite a few of them.
That time, Tooele quarterback, Dean, he tries to do a lot of misdirection fakes and trying to get the defense to flow one way or the other, and Curtis did a nice job just staying home.
All that action in the backfield, it takes too much time for the way this Pineview defense is getting upfield and applying pressure. I think that they would be better served to just do what they're doing here, and that's Dean in the gun with good protection. He's going to throw, and it's going to be hit and dropped. Matt Costa on the scene quickly, as that ball was a good ball. Was in prime position for a catch, but Costa swallowed up that offensive playmaker quickly and didn't allow that football to be caught. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10, and Buffalo's really up against it here if they're not able to pick up this first down.
Yeah, I think you got to look for like a screenplay or something like that, Paulie, for Tooele to really, I think, pick up this first down, because I think Pineview's really got their D honed in right now. They kind of like are inside the playbook right now, where they know what's kind of coming.
Pineview, see if they fall for that screen pass once again. It's been used in a lot of long situations for the Buffaloes here, as they're going to fade back, and Dean is going to throw a moonshot up top. And a lot of hand fighting there, but they're going to call no penalty, and that's going to be incomplete. Great pass break up there.
That was Braxton Linville, 21. He had the fumble return, but that was could have gone either way. The refs let it go, and just like that, we got 4th and about 10 yards here in the 3rd quarter with 8 minutes left.
And it's going to bring up another punt to bring it back to the scorching hot Pineview offense, as they just had a great drive just the last time out. So the punt is snapped back, and it is up. And this one's going to take a huge Buffalo bounce down to about the 11-yard line of Pineview. They'll have it 1st and 10. And Adam Moore, Quincy Jones, Matt Costa, Brock Harris, Mo Tonga, the skill players. And I don't think enough can be said about that crew tonight. That offensive line been paving the way for them as well. But the skill guys always get the talk. The offensive linemen, always those guys that don't really care. They just want to win. And
they do the walking.
They do the walking, and those guys do the talking as Moore's back. He's going to throw to number 18 for the Panthers. And he's going to go down the sideline for a much bigger gain than expected. That's Quade Sorensen, the sophomore.
Yeah, just a quick hitter. They do a 5-yard dig routes. Both the twin receivers on the left side, they go to the outside receiver, Quade, and he just turns it upfield and gets a nice gain. He's got good speed for a sophomore.
Yeah, real good speed out there on the outside as Moore's back. As a 2-step drop, and he's going to fling one, and he's got a man out there. It's Quincy Jones, and he's going to break a tackle. He's dragging a man with him, and Quincy Jones down to about the 22-yard line on a long Jason Baum, Bay Equity Homes, long bomb of the game, Baum Home Loans, long bomb of the game, Bay Equity Home Loans, proud sponsor of the long bomb of the game, BaumLoans.com. That was one of them for sure.
Well, you can see why Jones has a 20-plus yard average. He got up the seam and was able to make a great catch and broke a tackle, and here we go again.
And Brock Harris, the receiver now, he's going to break a tackle, try to break a second one, but he's held on by the shoestrings by number
13, I think.
Number 13 of the
that's
Buffaloes. Oh, Gritzmacher, yeah. He's made quite a few plays tonight. But Brock Harris probably not going to have he's going to have the last laugh here as he gets another catch. And he's driving, but he's going to be held out of the end zone. And that ball pops free. But that play was already blown dead as Brock Harris bottled up there. But he's got to have over 6 catches, 5-6 catches now, 2 touchdowns for the talented 6'6", 250-pound tight end, as he has really shown a lot tonight.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about him. Again, rightfully so. He's getting a lot of publicity. But just seeing him in person for the first time, just such a good-looking athlete.
Adam Moore's going to hand it to Tonga straight up the gut. Tonga with a burst of speed. And he is down to the
1 yard
down
line,
to the
Paulie.
1. And that's going to bring up 1st and goal. And I wonder if they go into that Eagles formation where Adam Moore goes under center. But no, they're going to stick in the gun. Moore's going to be sidecar Tonga. Tonga right up the gut for a Pineview touchdown. Touchdown Panthers. Touchdown Mo Tonga.
Wow, that's just sheer power and right there. And Will Tonga was like, give me the ball, I'm going in. Got a little crease up front, so good job by the guys up front. And they're going fast. That line is just, they're just lining up and they're going.
Yeah, they are. I've been trying to track how many seconds are in between plays. There's no huddle. There's a quick look to the sideline for a signal, and then they're right up to the line running the next one. As the kick for the PAT, the snap is back, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. That's going to bring it to 38-7. The Pineview Panthers on the Tooele Buffaloes. They were on them early, and they've continued to pile on as it is 38-7 on our Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Light it up. Region 9, Wilkinson's, we're the local shop. Winners of Best Southern Utah 5 years in a row.
Paulie, I'm really impressed with Moore and how he handles the offense, too, because like you said, they don't huddle. As soon as the ball's placed, the line is there. They're lined up, ready to go, and they just do the signals from the sideline, and they go. They try to snap that ball within almost 10, 15 seconds
I'd say it's under 12 seconds is probably what they're trying to do every play. It's kind of that
pressure.
Chip Kelly model back in the day at Oregon where he had his guys running up to the line quick, getting the next play off. And it's proved successful for the Panthers tonight, as I really think that tempo, the run-pass mix, a lot of these factors, play-calling-wise, have really kind of thrown the Buffaloes off their game a little bit. As this kick is up and away, and this one's going to be returnable for the Buffaloes, and it's going to be across the 10 to the 15 to the 20, and stopped at the 20 that's where the Buffaloes offense will start, about the 21-yard line. And it'll be Caden Dean leading the guys out again for another drive here.
Well, Paulie, we got 5:49 left here in the third quarter. It's going to be a long bus ride home if they can't figure a few things out on this defense.
So they're going to, maybe we'll see more passing here, but it's going to be that counter. That counter with a lot of green grass, a lot of room. And there's going to be some broken tackles and a lot of driving the feet there for number 13.
Boy,
that's going to be number 13, Vaughn Gritzmacher again.
I love how they pull the outside left guard and tackle. Yeah, our guy, Curtis, hobbling off the field. That's not a good sign for Pineview. But you see a lot of old school when they pull those the guard and tackle through that hole. That's impressive.
And here goes number 12, Britton Rosser around the edge, and he's got quite a bit of a head of a steam here, and he's down to the Pineview 40.
Boy, again, they just got a big hole off that left side.
They do.
They went right directly where Curtis came out of the game, and they went right after him, and they pick up almost 20 yards.
It's kind of like a quarterback when a really good quarter gets hurt and goes out of the game, and a backup comes in. You immediately attack that quarter by throwing right at him.
You want to go at him.
They did that with the running game, ran right at Carson Curtis's spot, and it was left vacant. So here we go now, Dean to the handoff here. That's going to be number 11, Maverick Charleston. And he's got a convoy down to the 20. And this is a Buffalo drive, the most impressive one of the second half by far
Yeah,
for the Tooele Buffaloes.
Charleston, he got upfield almost 12 yards before anybody got a finger near him, and he got almost 18 yards on the carry.
Maverick Charleston. Quite the name and quite the play.
You'd think he'd be from the South or something.
Yeah. And he's going to get another call here. Maverick, he's around the end, but he's going to be stuffed, and that's going to be a candidate for our
yeah, that was Caden Nelson, the defensive lineman.
That's going to be a candidate for our dealer collision big hit of the game by Nelson. Proud sponsor Region 9. From minor collision to major accidents, Dealer Collision will repair your vehicle right.
Yeah, you saw him coming around the end there. After that last play, after getting a big gainer, he was pretty pumped, and he laid the lumber on him that time. He'll feel that one tomorrow.
Looks like we got a player.
Looks like Tooele called timeout.
Oh, yeah, we do have a timeout on the field. That is going to be a UD & Associates timeout. For great service and rates on home, auto, or life insurance, call Luke today at 435-251-9102. That's 435-251-9102 for a free quote to see how much you can save today. Give UD & Associates a call, proud sponsor of Region 9 Athletics. As we're getting to it now, 3:24 left in the third quarter. Pineview up 38-7. Look at our Tent World Drive summary. Come see how your vehicle can look cool, feel cool, and sound cool. Visit their new showroom on Riverside Drive today. It's been a methodical pound in the football.
Yeah.
There's been no long pass plays. It's just been long run after long run for the Buffaloes.
They came out of it and said, look, the clock's going to run anyways. Let's just run the ball. That's our strength, and they've been able to, inside the 20s, they've moved the ball pretty well.
And that ball's handed off, and it's up the, it faked me out. As number 13, that's Vaughn Gritzmacher again.
Yeah.
Around the edge. Just finding that little alleyway and getting out there and up the field. He is not a east-west runner. He's a north-south guy, just getting upfield in a quick way. And
Pineview is, they've really focused on shutting down Guston, number 9, and this Baumgartner or Gritzmacher. He's been a real bright spot for the offense.
A little water bug type athlete, just kind of jittery with the ball.
A Dave Meggett type guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew you an NFC East guy.
I am the former New York Giant.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a pass all the way. It's going to be a throwback, and it's going to look that way, and it is not going to be caught. It was read perfectly by the Panthers, just not quite in time for the interception there on the sideline. As looks like we may have an injured player. It might be a cramp.
Yeah, it's Braxton Linville.
Linville down with a cramp. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout for the injury, and we'll be right back with the action from Pineview Stadium after this.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511. Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out, with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Back live, Pineview Stadium. Pineview Panthers versus the Tooele Buffaloes tonight. And Keith Curtis, Paul Ratliff with you as Caden Dean back under center for the Buffaloes as he takes a snap. It's a straight play action. He's going to fling one, and he's got a receiver.
Wide open.
Number 33, and he is wide open. He's going to stroll into the end zone. That's number 33, Jacob Proctor.
Boy, Paulie, he could have gone to two different guys there. They were both wide open. They faked the dive action and then the end around and just swung the back from who was doing the dive action out into the flat. He was wide open. Pineview overcommitted, and just like that, the Buffaloes are on the board again.
Buffaloes finding their way into the end zone to make it 38-13, pending this point-after attempt.
Boy, Paulie, we just got an update. Crimson Cliffs is up 28-0 over Springville. Didn't see that one coming.
Me neither.
Of course, Crimson, they almost beat Bingham last week going up there. They should have beat Bingham. Just got scored on there in the last minute, but you know they're the real deal too. We got some really good teams down here this year between Pineview's offense, Crimson's loaded. They got a little more defense, but I really like the way this Pineview offense moves the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been really impressed with Pineview in both games I've done this season. I've kind of watched them analytically, defensively as well, because with such a good offense sometimes you worry about your defense, but we've got a Nets on Fire Region 9 score update. Hoop at Nets, from individual training to camps, and see the more details at Nets building champions on and off the court. It looks like Talon Kelly is having himself a night. 5 touchdowns tonight for Snow Cane. They lead 35-7 over the Gators of Green Valley, Nevada.
Wow.
As that is getting a little bit out of hand, and it looks like the Mustangs handling Springville. You know, really hanging with that team that blasted Dixie in week 1. You thought it would have been a tough opponent for Crimson Cliffs. They lead 28-0. Another touchdown from McCord Christensen as he finds pay dirt. But we're back to the action here at Pineview. 38-14 right now. Panthers with the lead, and let's see if they keep that foot on the gas pedal, Keith. I mean, want to see them not lose any of this. I mean, losing the game, obviously still a potential. There's still a way it can happen. But you don't want to see a team, even in a win, let the foot off the gas and kind of win the game backing into it a little bit.
You know, you still want to do a nice mix.
Yeah, you want to see a mix of
to run pass, you know, as far as that goes, because Tonga can get you some good yards as they hand off to Tonga here.
And he's just carrying a tackler.
Dragging a guy for 3 yards.
Number 12. And number 12 was Britton Rosser. We've seen him on offense. He had a monumental task that was dealt to him there with bringing down Tonga in the open field by himself. There's a weight difference of about probably 50 pounds, 40 pounds
at
there.
least.
So what a play there by Rosser, as there's a swing pass to Tonga. He's got soft hands, and he's got the ball on the outside. 30, 35, 40, 45 to the 47-yard line. Mo Tonga starting to become an impact player in Game 3 for the Panthers, unlocking his potential in this Game 3.
Boy, he got a heck of a block out there. I'm wondering if there's a penalty flag down or not, because Tooele, they're wanting a call, but it doesn't look like they're going to get it. But he, as we got a player down over there.
We do have an injury on the field. We're going to grab a 1-minute timeout for the injury, and we'll be right back with more of the action from Pineview Stadium with Keith Curtis and Paul Ratliff after this quick break.
Utah is growing, and we're growing too. What started on the U of U campus has grown to over 110,000 members with 20 locations, and we're ready to meet even more of you. More than a campus or a branch, we are Utah's teachers, businesses, and families. For over 65 years, we've been part of your community, and while our name is changing, our commitment to you is not. University Credit Union is now You First Credit Union. See why it's getting even better here. Welcome to You First.
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah, and why you've got it made.
Your daily life, it's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news,
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
From your very first investment to your passage from one stage of life into the next, we're here. Through all of your firsts, U First Credit Union is here for you. Come grow with us.
Nets on Fire is the premier indoor basketball training facility in southern Utah with 4 full-size gyms and group and individual training packages available for every age and skill level. Nets on Fire can elevate your game. Hoop it, Nets!
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Live from Pineview Stadium, Paul Ratliff, Keith Curtis with you. Matt Hamlin, Gage Fulford on the production side as we are navigating through the third quarter. It is 1:44 left in the third stanza, and we are looking for another touchdown from either the Panthers or the Buffaloes. It's been a firework-filled third quarter as Adam Moore looks to the sideline for the signal. The young gunslinger takes the snap, and he's going to throw a screen, and that's going to be perfectly executed with the blocks out front, and then a broken tackle down the sideline for number 11, Colby Richardson, the sophomore.
Yeah, young sophomore getting some valuable playing time there, and perfectly blocked too. Acosta as well as Lewis. Just a nice block ahead and gave him a nice hole to run through.
And that did bring up a Red Rock Real Estate first down. Real estate focused on you from land to luxury, redrockrealestate.com. And kind of a nowhere going play there to bring up second down for the Panthers. And Moore's back. He's got that screen set up, but it's a screen and go kind of look, but it's not there for Richardson as Moore's just going to eat it and go forward for about a 3-yard gain, but there's a flag in the backfield in the normal area of holding.
Yeah, that's going to move him back almost, 15, 16 yards because it was made 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So we'll see here as the officials yet to make the call, but we think it is holding. As Pineview offense been electric and explosive almost all night, but at times been hampered severely by penalties, something they'll have to clean up throughout the season. It's a personal foul targeting or a hit to the head.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring back Pineview quite a ways here.
That's one of those old Deacon Jones moves where you get a guy coming at you and you ear hole him real quick with your hand. It throws his momentum off because you're getting upfield as a DN. You get shimmied like that, just throws you all off.
Yeah. Oh, your body weight just goes almost neutral almost, and you just kind of fly around with the defender.
And you throw in the cupping sound that it rattles in your helmet.
Moore is back to pass, and he evades a couple rushers, and he's going to just fling it to Tonga, but it's not going to be there. As Tonga, the pass was a little out of his outstretched hands, and it's going to bring up third in that country mile we were talking about earlier, 3rd and 24. Panthers going to have to dial up something deep in the playbook to get this one.
Yeah, they really are as they're backed up here. They're taking a little more time than normal. They usually go a little quicker, so they're probably trying to dial up the right play.
And Moore, he's looking. He had a pump there, but now he's just going to fling it out to Tonga in the flat. He's going to take on a tackler and plow him over, and there's a push after the play, and that's going to draw a flag, and that's going to be an automatic first down. Kind of a fortuitous call there for Pineview, but just a mental error by the Buffaloes, just that push after the play right in front of the official. Like, why are you
really
doing that?
unnecessary. You wonder why. I mean, he came up, made the right play, made a nice tackle. And Tonga, he didn't say anything to him. He just ran him over and got up and was going back to the huddle, and he just 13 got up and just shoved him.
So let's put that in perspective here. That was a 3rd and 24, and you were stopped for a 4th and 16, but now it's going to be a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's going to move the chains for the Panthers, and that is a huge mental gap.
All the way down to the 36-yard line, I think, is where it's going to end up.
Now you just can't. That's some of the things you can't put on a stat sheet before a game, is that you're going to have a huge penalty that extends a drive, even though this game is a little out of hand. But still, these are fundamental teaching moments for each program, and that wasn't a teaching moment. Well, it is a teaching moment for the coaches.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Buffalo was pulled to the side and given a harsh talking to.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I'm sure they'll do it again, and when the team watches it too, and they'll say, "Look, guys, this is where we have to be smarter than this."
Always hated those days whenever I loafed on the field on Friday night. You know, when we were up big and I was loafing, the film does never lie, as it won't lie for Adam Moore. He's had a great game, but this handoff is to Tonga, and he's got a lane, and he's going to be tripped up with a shoestring tackle, or else that was another Pineview touchdown on the way for number 1, Mo Tonga.
Yeah, Bram Gusson came up and got by the ankles, or else Tonga would have been dancing in the end zone. That was a great tackle.
And that is going to bring the Pineview offense inside almost to the Red Rock Real Estate red zone, as now Tonga will plunge forward into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone, or the Red Rock Real Estate first down picked up there. I'm sorry, Red Rock Real Estate, focused on you from your land to luxury, redrockrealestate.com. And the Tent World Drive summary, come see how your vehicle can look, feel, and sound cool. Visit the new showroom on Riverside Drive today. Pineview really just a balanced drive, run, pass, a lot of Tonga out of the backfield. But I think the key play in the Tent World Drive summary has to be that penalty on 3rd and 24. There was no way
the drive was
Pineview was
stopped
going to
and they were
continue
done.
the drive. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. And looks like we're going to take a break. We're here at the end of the 3rd quarter, so we'll take a quick break. Score 38 for Pineview, 14 for Tooele. We'll be back right after this.
From your first major crossroads and surprising new chapters to fulfilling lifelong dreams, we're here. Through all of your firsts, U First Credit Union is here for you. Come grow with us.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
And we are back from Pineview Stadium. Keith Curtis and Paul Ratliff with you. Gage Fulford, Matt Hamlin on the production side, making sure everything goes smooth here tonight. As it's been smooth.
Yeah, great job by Jones, just running as far as he could, and then found a little crease, got upfield, got 5 yards, and gets inside the 11-yard line there, so they can still pick up a first down at the 1 if they can get down to the 1-yard line, but first and almost goal here for the Panthers.
And they are in the Cache Valley Bank red zone. As Adam Moore takes the snap, he's going to look, he's surveying the field. Still looking on the move now, and he's going to shoot it. He's going to throw to the corner, and it is going to be on the ground, but it looks like it's caught. They're saying caught in the end zone. Number 43, Gus Pater.
That's Corbin
Yoakum. Corbin Yoakum.
The big tight end, and a young sophomore there, Paulie. Sorry, I don't mean to correct you on that one.
No, wrong roster I had up there.
But we had a weird angle on it. We couldn't quite see it. The ball was low. And Yoakum went down, snatched it off the turf, gets his probably first touchdown of his varsity career.
Yeah, great moment for the young player, as now it's getting 45 to go. And our Wilkinson's high view over the Tooele Buffaloes. Light up Region 9. Wilkinson's, we're the local shop. Winners best of Southern Utah, 5 years counting. And might need to go see Wilkinson's because, like I was saying earlier, Keith, my house a little dark, and I don't know if I just need maybe the Pineview offense to come over and light it up for me because they've been electric tonight.
Paulie, you know, if you pay the power bill, it'll light up. Oh, man.
As the Pineview Panthers, what a night. And this is the second game I've been at like this where the game has been pretty much in hand in the fourth quarter. 41 to 19 week 1, now 45 to 14 week 3. Suffered the loss to Canyon View in week 2. But this is a very, very talented team, not just offensively. We've seen them tonight show their grit, show their mettle on defense as well.
We really have. It's been a well-rounded effort. And, man, it's, you know, my first time seeing them play, and I can see why they're scoring 40-plus points a game, and they move that ball around. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Absolutely. As that kick is away, and it's going to bounce right into the arms of one of the returners for the Buffaloes as he's navigating his way up to about the 27, 28-yard line there. And that's where the Tooele Buffaloes will begin the drive. And it appears as if the starters still in the game for the Buffaloes. No younger players getting time, it seems.
No, they still got Caden Dean out at quarterback.
Still say Dean. Still see quite a few of the cast of characters. Vaughn Gritzmacher out there. And number 11, that's Maverick Charleston. And he's moving his way on up the field for about an 8-9 yard gain on first down. Great positive play for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, just a good job of finding a crease on the sweep there. And they got 3-4 guys out in front and do a nice job clearing the way. And nice gainer for the youngster.
Looks like we got a flag down, or it might have just fallen out of the ref's pocket. I don't know if he's aware. And it was.
Inadvertent.
Number 59 for the Panthers was nice enough, Seth Shumway, to scoop it up and hand it back. And there's that reverse counter action. This time it is just lit up and stuffed by number 36 of the Pineview Panthers on the scene.
That's
there.
Malosi Moore.
And the Malosi Moores, yeah, like you say.
I think that's his younger brother.
Oh, Lemma and Malosi.
Yeah.
Okay, so two
he's
brothers.
A sophomore. Yeah, he's a young kid. Good-looking tackle, though. He sat home. They ran that inside counter trap play, and he just filled the gap, threw him to the ground.
So maybe the Tooele starters haven't coming out, but some of the younger players for Pineview, I'm starting to see some new numbers out there. As this pass over the head of the intended receiver, Dean kind of having a rough night throwing the football as he throws it over the head of the intended target, and that's going to bring up 4th and 1.
Well, that time it was the other Moore's brother, 45. Yeah, Alema, he was flying through there and getting pressure on Dean to make that throw go errant and high because Moore's was right on his, breathing down his neck.
And here goes, this is going to be number 12, Britton Rosser, down the sideline for a pretty big gain.
Yeah, he's just a 5'6" little guy, 135 pounds, but Rosser, he's like I mentioned earlier, he's a little Dave Meggett look-alike and picks up another first down.
Not a guy I'd want to be chasing if I was still playing high school football.
No.
Remember, those were my enemies. I loved the big backs, you know, those big bruisers that would run right into you. I hated those guys that were shifty, and Vosser is certainly one of those. As there's the ball. The ball on the ground, but it looks like Dean jumps on it, very aware of the situation.
Just a little exchange issue between the center and Dean that time, and they'll lose a few yards.
So kind of some new faces along in the front for Pineview. Number 59, Seth Shumway, remains in the game. 67, George.
And in the DBs, for instance, that was number 25. So they're going to move 15 yards up. But yeah, we're starting to see a few extra bodies.
Of the newer faces.
Yep.
Maybe not. I don't always say young in terms of high school football because you could be an older player and still be a reserve and get into games in later situations. And everybody wants playing time, of course. And when you get a game like this where you got one pretty much in hand, I would say.
Yeah.
You can get some of these younger guys, get them reps and get them competition to grow and build as players.
And your main guys don't get nicked up.
That's
the
right.
main thing.
And this is going to be another run off tackle for number 11 of the Buffaloes, Maverick Charlson. He's been quite the player in the second half, featured prominently.
He's won that Jersey Mike Sub of the Game, award. He's done a nice job, though. He's probably got about 40 yards here in the second half.
Yeah. As he's been really active. And they're going to fake it to him this time and hand it to number 26. And that is Max Fowles. And he doesn't have much of a lane there. It doesn't pick up much, but still a positive gain. And it's going to move it to a 3rd and 3 from the 24-yard line. 8 minutes, 13 seconds left. Pineview up 45-14 over the Buffaloes. But you figure this is 4-down territory for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, they'll definitely go for it. But, Paulie, we've seen this from the Pineview defense. They'll give up yards between the 20s, and they don't care. But once you get down around the 20-yard line, they start stiffening up.
And this pitch out to number 9, that's Bram Gustin. That was the guy. Oh, and another late flag flies in.
It's going to be a hold, though, Paulie. It's coming back.
And Bram Gustin, kind of the guy we outlined in the pregame, was the leading rusher coming into the game for the Buffaloes. As it looks like they're picking up the flag.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, picking up the flag.
So he's going to get a 20-yard run.
20-yard run for Gustin, as he's shown the ability to get out in open space when he's given green grass in front of him and take advantage of it. And he gets 20 there, and it's going to pretty much bring us almost under 8 minutes, 8:10 left in the fourth quarter, as Tooele mounting one of their more impressive drives of the game. Here comes Dean. He's going to hand off, and it's going to be that counter action to number 9, Bram Gustin, and he's going to cross the line to find Pater. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
Well, that's, again, they just run that fake dive, and then they pull the guard and the tackle from the same side, and he gets those big boys up in front of him, finds a little crease, and he walks right into the end zone. So a good scheme. You saw so much of that back in the 80s football, even the I-backs and back, when it was a little more but we don't see that very much anymore. And
especially at the high school level.
Yeah. Because they're trying to create space. They're trying to neutralize, the athletes. And so that's what the spread does. But this is kind of a throwback, and it's fun to see those pulling guards get out in front and put a helmet on someone. I know as a DB, you do not want to take on a guard. It's got a head of steam,
No.
You love that as an offensive lineman.
Absolutely. Get out in space and just run straight at a guy that's way smaller than you and just run him over. That's really what the guards do as they get in that second, third level. They're not looking to just get a hat on a hat. They're looking to bury you.
Yeah,
so
they are.
So it is a 45-21 game now as we look at our Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Wilkinson's Light Up Region 9, proud sponsor of Region 9, Best of Southern Utah winners 5 years in a row. Also, it's where the locals shop, where Prediction Paul's going to be shopping here soon.
Paulie's got his wallet ready to go. So
that's right.
Wilkinson's better be ready tomorrow. He's showing up.
And it's we're going to bring 8:15 on the clock. Now, 45-21 Panthers, as the kick is
they might squib it.
Up and away, and it's a long ball kick, and it's probably going to find the end zone, but, it's going to find the end zone for a touchback. And
I saw him talking there for a minute. I thought maybe they'd try an onside or something, try to catch him off guard, but they went deep on it. Oh, final up in Cedar, Canyon View 20, Cedar 17. So the Falcons from Canyon View hold on. That's like a grudge match when they play every year. You just never know what you're always gonna get a close game.
Well, they called the battle for the pickaxe up there in the Battle of Iron County, and Here comes Pineview up the middle, and this is a big gainer. David Beckstrand finding his lane down the middle of the field, right through the seam of that defense, and up to the 40-yard line of the Panthers for a Red Rock Real Estate first down.
Yeah, great job up front by the left guard and tackle there. They just put a hat on a hat, and they were driving guys backwards, and Beckstrand's running hard.
And here comes another run from Beckstrand, and that was right up the gut as well, as he is running with reckless abandon. And
yeah, if it wasn't for a shoestring tackle right there by number 33, that was Jacob Proctor on the tackle. We've called his name a couple times, but if he hadn't got him, he would have been gone.
We see Tonga out of the game now. Mo Tonga taking a blow, as David Beckstrand showing a little bit of a change of pace from the running back position, as he is running through gaping holes here for 8 and 10 yards a clip, as he picks up another Red Rock Real Estate first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, he just went this time off the right side, and they collapsed down the whole right side of the line there, and he didn't get touched till he was 8, 9 yards downfield.
And Pineview on the move once again, looking to hang 50 tonight, it seems, as Adam Moore, handoff, Beckstrand. He's got a lot of green grass in front of him, and it's speed.
He's
got the sideline, 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, David Beckstrand, touchdown, Panthers.
Boy, look, there's the speed difference. He just turned on the jets, and he was gone. There's your 50. They're hanging it.
And we are the Red Rock Real Estate, Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert is on. When your team scores 25 points or more, you get 5 ounces of yogurt land for free after the game, courtesy of Holbrook Asphalt. Just mentioned the Big Score Dessert, as we've had that on for a while now.
Yeah.
I probably should have mentioned that when we hit 25, but we're at 51. We got 2 Big Score
You
desserts.
better double that up to 10 ounces, right?
I don't know if the fine people over there at Yogurt Land will comply, but 51 points is a lot of points hung by the Panthers. And is it coming back here? Wow.
Oh, they're taking the score off.
They're taking the score off the board.
What was the penalty? Did you hear?
Holding was the
holding.
call. And it was a late flag or a discussion. And we see one of the Pineview skill players deliberating with the official to no avail, of course.
Beckstrand, the frustrating thing for him is he was already 10 yards downfield when that hold occurred. He's like, come on. It turned on the afterburners at that point.
Yeah. He was cleared past everybody down the sideline. But alas,
it is what it is.
It
right,
is
Polly?
what it is, and Pineview finds themselves 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line with 6:44 to go up, 45-21. Here comes Adam Moore. He's going to hand to Beckstrand again. Beckstrand now doing a little more of the Tonga game, not really doing as much foot in the ground and go. He was kind of surveying there as he picked his way forward for about 3 yards.
Yeah, he was just trying to find a little crease to get in there, and I was watching the blocking that time. The big number 86, our young sophomore who had made a couple great kicks. He pancaked a guy on that side.
And they're throwing it. They're throwing over the middle here, and that looks like Brock Harris, the guy Keith was just mentioning, with the catch, as Brock over the middle on the crossing route makes another grab.
Well, I think it caught Tooele off guard. They were thinking they were loading up the box for the run, and so they slipped Harris behind the linebacker, and he's such a big target, easy target for him. I bet that's, what, his 8th catch of the night or more?
Yeah. He's piling them up at this point as Beckstrand through the hole, and it's off tackle again, running behind the big Camden Smith, but looks like just for a big Camden Smith didn't really get the greatest of blocks out there that play, and it's going to bring up 2nd and about 8 yards, as that was a 2-yard gain. As Smith was the puller there, was getting out of the open space and just couldn't get his block at the 2nd level, or that could have been a touchdown potentially. But Adam Moore back to pass. He's looking, he's surveying. He's going to fling a long ball. He's got a man out there, and it's caught down to the 1-yard line. Quincy Jones, another reception deep into
that's
Buffalo's territory.
Number 2, that's
Costa.
Yeah. Boy, they're sharing the love tonight, aren't they? Man, that is a deadly combination. You get Costa and Jones out there.
Could be one of the best duos in all of Region 9. Maybe the state this year. I mean, the numbers they're putting up, it's crazy. And you add Brock Harris in there. But now Beckstrand's going to get the call, I think, and he's going to run up the middle and be stopped. Stopped at the 1 yard line as pretty formidable play there by the Buffaloes.
Yeah, that was Jacob Proctor shooting in from that outside linebacker spot. We've called his name a couple times tonight.
But it looks like we've got an injured Buffalo on the field. As we're going to take a quick 1-minute injury timeout here while we have the Buffalo down, and he's trying to get up, but we're still going to take the injury timeout. We're going to grab a 1-minute break and be back to the action right after this.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
From your first real leap of faith, your first growing pains, your first big dream come true, we're here. Through all of your firsts, U First Credit Union is here for you. Come grow with us.
We are back, and you are looking live at Pineview Stadium. The Panthers all over the Buffaloes tonight, 45-21, as they are in the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. And here we go as the run up the middle, and it is going to be stuffed again. David Beckstrand just inching closer and closer, but he just can't get over that goal line.
No, the Buffalo's doing a nice job sending the linebackers, blitzing them through the gaps, trying to prevent him from scoring. It looks like he lost a half a yard, so that'll be it's a 3rd down now and goal from the 2-yard line.
And they are in the, Cache Valley Bank red zone, as Cache Valley Bank is your financial outfitter. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. As Adam Moore flings one to the corner, and kind of a miscommunication there with the big target, Brock Harris, as he didn't really see that ball coming, and that's going to bring up 4th down, I believe, for the Panthers.
Just a little miscommunication between the big tight end and the quarterback there. He's upset. He didn't get the play down, or they didn't connect on that one. He had one-on-one coverage, and he's like, just throw it up to me. You know, he reminds me a lot of Chad Lewis. You remember him from BYU and played for the Philadelphia Eagles for a long time.
Played for a ton of years with Donovan McNabb and Brian Westbrook and those guys. And this kick is blocked. That ball's on the ground. No one's picking it up, but now the Buffaloes going the other way. End zone, touchdown, Buffaloes.
Boy, that's just smart play by the special teams of Tooele, number 33, Jacob Proctor. We've called his name. And you saw the Pineview players just stand around and watch for a while, and just like that, they got another 6 points on the board. This thing isn't quite over yet, Paulie.
With 3:31, it is now a 3-score game. Potential with some onside kicks. Some crazy things can happen.
We've seen it before, you know, the Nashville Miracle, you know.
Oh, yeah. Music City, I remember that, baby. Kevin Dyson and Frank Wycheck.
Yeah.
All kinds of crazy stuff.
Buffalo Bills.
Crazier things have happened. We'll just put it that way.
It truly has.
As the Buffalo's lining up for the PAT here. That kick is up, and it is good. So that's going to bring us on our Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. It is Pineview 45 and Tooele 28. With 3:31 left in the 4th quarter, we're getting down into crunch time. We're going to grab a quick 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back after this quick break with more of the action from Pineview Stadium.
We are Utah's Cache Valley Bank.
Basketball training facility in Southern Utah with 4 full-size gyms and group and individual training packages available for every age and skill level. Nets on Fire can elevate your game. Hoop it, Nets!
We are back live from Pineview Stadium. Keith Curtis, Paul Radliff, the production crew, Matt Hamlin, Gage Fulford with us, doing a great job all night long. And like it's going to be
half yard, and he
was a little too close to where it was kicked off.
Boy, we got to give a shout out to Gage. That was excellent camera work, following the ball, zooming in as it was in motion. That was awesome. Good work, Gage. He's looking at me like, what are you talking about?
He's looking at you like you saw a ghost here at Pineview Stadium, but Gage doing a great job over there running the camera. As
telling you, best production group we got right here. Matt Hamlin. That's right, Gage.
And Gage chiming in saying that's what they say. And Adam Moore, let's see what he says here. He's going to be back to throw, and he's got a long bomb to Quincy Jones, and he's got a man, and it's caught! Caught at the 15-yard line. Jones with another big play.
Boy, just a 40-yard dime as he dropped that one in the bucket. That was beautiful to watch there, Paulie. I'm telling you, I was a little shocked they're throwing the ball, but, man, that was sure pretty.
Adam Moore with the touch on that pass.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful ball from the young gunslinger, number 7. He just found Quincy Jones in stride and really got going. And we have entered the Cache Valley Bank red zone as Adam Moore is looking to pass, and he's on the run. He's rolling, and he's going to be horse collared, I believe.
Yeah.
And there will be a flag.
That's one of the things that scares me when you get up to this big of a lead and you got your starters in there. That's the kind of play where, heaven forbid, but it could happen where he's out the rest of the year, and you don't really need to be doing that. I wish they would just run the ball.
And I agree with you, Keith. If I'm Coach KJ Boyer, after that play, I'm pulling all my guys.
Yeah, that's me too.
Because this Tooele team seems to be playing with an edge to it late in this game. We saw the personal foul and the push, now the horse collar tackle.
Yep.
Kind of a little bit of an edge to their game late as they are behind and fighting from behind here, playing with a little nastiness to their game. And Adam Moore looking, and he's going to throw to Brock Harris in the back of the end zone again, and it's going to be caught for his 3rd touchdown. Hat trick Brock Harris.
My goodness. And he just goes right down the back of the end zone, almost tippy-toeing down the line so he doesn't go out of bounds, and he gets the feed in with the catch. Beautiful throw and catch right there for the touchdown.
As Pineview strikes up the band again, makes it 51-28. 50 burger, Keith. How about that?
I'm telling you, it's first time seeing him this year. It's sure been impressive, Paulie.
And that kick is up and good to make it 52-28 with 2:55 remaining in the game. And we're coming down to it. Let's just go over what we'll get to in the Johnson's Pediatric post-game show. We're going to go through all the awards. We're going to go through the AWP Playmaker Play of the Game, the Mountain Land Supply Defensive Play of the Game, the Dealer Collision Big Hit of the Game, the Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game, and the Jersey Mike's Sub of the Game. We'll also have some Adams Wealth Advisor stats for you, a Nets on Fire Region 9 score update, and more in the Johnson Pediatrics post-game show. And that is going to cover all the region tonight. We'll have scores from everybody. We'll get out all those awards, and we will go on to week 4 after this. I mean, it's crazy to think we're in region play next week.
I know.
I mean, we had our 3 non-conference games. These always fly by, and it just seems as if the region season is going to be one of the most compelling yet.
Well, it is. I think Crimson is rearing its ugly head, but Pineview is jockeying for that 2nd spot. Snow Canyon's right there as well. I haven't seen them play yet, but I'm excited to see them. I think I got them here next week or coming up here shortly. And boy, it's just going to be, every week's going to be a lot of fun. We got a shout out to Hurricane. They're beating Hillcrest up in Salt Lake City tonight. So
I'm looking for, we'll have all those updates in the Johnson's Pediatric post-game show. We'll give you all the scores and stats as the run back, he's kind of just jogging here. As, number 24, the Buffaloes. That was Eric Rojas. Seen him make a couple plays tonight, but I don't know if he knew he had the ball. He was kind of going half speed.
Just didn't really see concern that he had just got a kickoff.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, run already.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But
my guess is he'll get a little bit of an earful when he gets over to the sideline.
As the Tooele sideline is starting to bring in some of the reserves at this point, I believe, as Dean is still out there, but I'm seeing some new faces on the O-line. And number 11, Maverick Charleston, our candidate for our Jersey Mike sub of the game, makes yet another 10-yard run around the end.
He's got to be up to 50, 60, maybe even 70 yards here in the second half.
It's accumulated quite a bit running that football around the end. He's been doing those outside veer runs where he's just getting out on the edge and finding that sideline and getting as many yards as he can. Not that tough inside the tackles runner, but
no.
And here comes another outside run that turns into an inside run, and that's number 25 of the Buffaloes, and that is Garrett Brown, the senior. Makes another play for the Buffaloes. It's
good for Brown to get some playing time as a senior, get some carries in there. This might be his last, well, it probably is his last year playing, so he's always going to remember, hey, I remember that guy ran over, at Pineview.
Yeah, you remember all this stuff. And here comes another one of those counter options to number 13, Vaughn Gritzmacher, and that one is snuffed out and stopped by the Panthers.
That was the middle linebacker, Moores, that time. Alema Moores, great job reading that play. And, they just really try to misdirection you and try to get you flowing one way and then counter you back. And it's really not a lot of creativity to it, but it's effective.
It is, and it was very effective in the first quarter. We saw a couple long runs as Dean hands off, and this one's going to be stuffed in the backfield again, and Pineview really flow into the football. Doesn't matter what if it's the starters, the reserves, this team knows how to tackle. They've been taught very well by the coaching staff. You can tell.
Yeah, fundamentally, you can see that. I mean, they were breaking down, great form position, head was across. That's a good sign of good coaching right there.
And now, number 13, that's Gritzmacher again. Vaughn up to about the 47, 48-yard line, picking his way through the defense, but getting late on the Buffaloes as we are down to 30 seconds and ticking. And Buffalo's coming up on third down here. This might be the last play of the game. It will be the last play of the game. As Dean under center, he's going to hand to number 25 once again, and that is Garrett Brown, the senior, as he gets up to the 49-yard line of the Pineview Panthers, and that's where it'll end. Pineview remains triumphant for the second out of 3 weeks, 52-28 over the Tooele Buffaloes. Keith, what did you see tonight? What was the things that stood out to you in your first game doing a Pineview this season?
Well, first of all, the receivers from Pineview are absolutely dynamic. The big tight end. This offense is not going to be slowed down. These guys are going to be in the Region 9 hunt all year long. And coming off a year like they had last year, it's just so impressive to see these kids, especially the seniors, come out and fight and be gritty and be able to, put forth the effort. They easily could be 3-0 on the year, but they'll take 2-1 through the preseason. That's a great start.
Absolutely, as we are going to get into the Johnson's Pediatric post-game show right after this. Just wanted to thank a couple people real quickly. Finlay Subaru. Go see the all-star lineup on the saving side of the freeway, or check all the great deals at finlaysubaru.com. Also want to thank Fabulous Freddy's. Voted the best in Southern Utah for car wash, cookies, sodas, and sandwiches. They got Ike's over there. I don't know if you've been there yet, Keith. What a sandwich they make over there. 2 great locations, River Road and Bluff Street. Make a fabulous day at Fabulous Freddy's. And lastly, Buck's Ace Hardware. Buck's has the best selection for guns, ammo, barbecue, lawn and garden. Thinks Buck's, 3 Southern Utah locations. We're going to take a quick break, quick 3-minute break, and then we'll be back with the Johnson's Pediatric postgame show right after this.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
We know it takes an entire community to make Southern Utah thrive. You will see us on the fields, on the courts, at festivals, and in the schools, and everywhere in between. From Southern Utah's Auto Mall, we help you create memories that bolster joy in our community. It's the reason why we've got it made in Southern Utah and why you've got it made at Stephen Wade.
Yeah. All righty. We are welcome into the Johnson's Pediatric Postgame Show. Dr. Cody makes your kids feel right at home. Johnson Pediatrics always has new patient specialists, cleaning, x-ray, and exams for just $79. 435-656-0511 as we welcome you in. Let's start with the Jersey Mike's sub of the game. Jersey Mike's, a sub above the rest. Get it Mike's way. Stop by St. George Jersey Mike's today.
Boy, Paul, I'm leaning towards someone from the losing side, that number 33, Proctor, who got that. He was all over the field defensively, and then he got the blocked field goal for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I think I'm leaning more towards awarding him for that player of the game, for that
Jersey Mike sub of the game.
Sub,
yes.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to go behind enemy lines as well. I'm going to go Maverick Charleston, the running back or the wing back, that guy that kept getting those around the end quick carries. So we're both going to go with a Tooele Buffalo for the Jersey Mike's sub of the game. Let's go with the defensive Mountain Land Supply defensive play of the game.
Okay.
I feel like it's got to be your boy Curtis. He had multiple plays, multiple TFLs in the backfield. It's hard to name just one, because he was there so many times. 6-7 tackles in the backfield, it seemed like. Just pick any of those. That'd be my Mountain Land defensive play of the game, because he was the defensive player of the game.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I thought we saw a lot of good things from the Pineview defense tonight, but his name just kept being mentioned, and he kept making those big plays. And not to give him any love because he's a Curtis, but I think it's a great call.
All righty. We'll go with the Curtis for our defensive play of the game. He was a stud all day long. And now we will go to the AWP Playmaker play of the game. See the local boys, the playmakers in the appliance industry at AWP. Quality, selection, and price across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. Buy, direct, and save. Playmaker play of the game has to be that. Has to be the number one play.
So
Do you
impressive.
agree?
That, and even the deep bomb just right there towards the end of Quincy.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I mean, we saw so many electric plays tonight. We could go 2-3 different ways, but you're right. That catch when he just stuck his hand up and just kind of grabbed it out of the middle of nowhere, that was so impressive. I'm with you on that one, Paulie.
All right, and then lastly, our Hearst Ace Hardware player of the game. Ace is the place. Visit Hearst for a variety of products and prices that please. 2 locations, the Big A Boulevard and Bluff in St. George, and on Main in Cedar City. I think the player of the game for me is quarterback Adam Moore. Adam Moore was just slinging the pill everywhere today, all over the yard. He was running the football when the protection broke down. I was super, super impressed with Adam Moore. He's my player of the game.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you. We could have gone Quincy Jones. We could have gone Matt Costa. We could have gone the big tight end, or even Mo Tonga. I mean, he had some nice runs. But you're right. His presence in the backfield and calling the plays on the go, so impressive. And he's putting up, like you said, Madden-like numbers.
Yeah.
My goodness. I'm curious to see what he turned out tonight. But we got